Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, Hazy. This on? Okay.
A lot more of these coming up throughout the course of the day. When I start talking fast, folks, and we're not in game, that means you need to, get your website up, get your fingers ready to type in this code. Here we go, though. Eco round, 0 dam. Let's get it.
Let's get into it. Our tier 1 spawns going the way of FaZe and WK Forever. WK Forever is going to be approaching on the eastern side of admin. You do have Team Liquid over at the visitor center. Major substations going to go the way of, I believe that is. Why
Nightmare.
can I not? Yes, thank you, Goj FX over at Cement Plant Barracks Leviathan. Yeah, good shout on production for giving me the heads up there.
Yeah, this map really tells the story. If you're going to get a T1 spawn like FaZe and WK Forever are, you got to make it worth it. So we talk about all the time. It's very important to make these T1 spawns worth it because you can't get them back to back. And our next round is a Mantle Brick round. So an eco round means go get your money up. Now, I say this every single show, Tiff, so I'm going to repeat myself a lot today because it's the same format. And it is an important note, especially for new viewers. There is a lot. We've scaled up some of the loot here in our tournament server. You're going to see people pulling some diabolical reds, okay? We saw a keycard pulled on 0 dam for like 5.6 mil, okay? Big stuff you can pull. But the best way to get your money up is get kills. We've got to get aggressive in the early reps here because you have to be top 2 today to earn anything. Get aggressive. That's what I'm calling out.
All right. Well, I was looking for some crazy changes to see. Of course, we do have a ton of Raptors. Everyone's bringing in that purple armor and helmets and blue ammo. That's because they're limited on what they can bring in here on map number 1. You're not going to see the golds until we get to Space City, unless in some of our earlier rounds, people are pulling it. They go for the Lucky Wood Sculptures by getting some of those missions done. And next thing you know, they're trading them for better stuff. But for now, limited on what they have. Of course, I was really intrigued by the amount of knocks that we invest on 0 dam. Over on the EMEA side of things today, Goj, we had 2 people bring in Lunas right off the rip. But Americas, they like their knocks, not only on Tide Prism, but also a couple times here in 0 dam.
Yeah, 0 dam's an interesting one because it's the first map of the day. It's an eco round. Really, the only way to find a ton of value is by getting aggressive and getting kills. Unless you get insanely lucky. Or, of course, you all know, you can see the airdrop is preparing. The first airdrop is probably the most important objective on this map, as it does drop one of our high-caliber weapons. That's going to be the M82, all colloquially known as the Barrett, and then the AWM is the other option. So that's probably the most important thing to play for. Other than that, you need to play for kills. One way to do that is to get a little aggressive with some dirty flanks from Nox. So I've been seeing Nox a lot more often in the Americas region. You'll have a Raptor on every single team, and then from there, it's kind of up to you. Yes, Raptor D-Wolf was kind of the original pairing, but looking at our operator comps, I only see that on what? One team? And it looks like Team Liquid's not even using a Raptor right now. Maybe saving Raptor for later. They're running... looks like Hat Claw, Toxic, and D-Wolf as their comp. So sometimes I get a little inkling on like how teams want to play in the eco round, but for now, mostly standard.
I'm kind of okay with that. I think my biggest query is what Nightmare is going to do. Nightmare has not left where they are in that substation, which I'm okay with. The majority of our airdrops typically spawn in that direction. And if you already have equal plays on the Nox, you know he's going to be wanting that sniper in hand.
And we should be able to see where the airdrop's landing. If we see it through X-ray or if we show the map feed, we'll be able to see it because it is coming down. Quick look at the free cam. You can see that Leviathan has rotated all the way up here from barracks. They're going to potentially join into either a third-party fight or start the fight themselves, as both FaZe and WK Forever have elected to back off from each other, take half of admin, and be content with that for now. I am very preferential to the shipping containers over here. And you can actually see, look at the mini-map. This is where the airdrop is landing. So a northern pull for our first airdrop. Leviathan has read this perfectly, and they're in a good position. Team Liquid are going to come join the fight.
There might be an all-out brawl for this, so you need to keep your eyes on the smokes and immediately loot up. But if it is not safe, if you get the like precognition that someone else is on the horizon. And if you've got WK Forever C-bots already, like kind of just shooting nearby, sure, he's just taking out some of the guards. But here's the deal. You are getting the audio cues that, of course, someone is up here in admin. And with multiple teams on the horizon, it takes just a little spark.
Now,
and
what's
next
your
thing you
favorite
know,
team?
You have a blazing
WKF.
fire in admin.
Totally agree. I use the
FaZe, Nightmare, Team Liquid,
because it's the
Butchering Fire, Nightmare, and Team Liquid today.
more shots fired. Like right now, this is gonna be the signal flare.
Ah,
Turn this way,
yeah,
goes
go
crazy with the
Aaron.
beams through. Unfortunately, Pecky just barely missing some
That
of those
guy missed
shots.
half his
Four
clip.
shots, not always
Ah,
striking true.
too funny.
Always snaps back. It says think
Yes,
twice before
W
challenge us.
Aaron.
WK Forever feeling the pressure
Lock
now with the player
in.
down. Here comes Team Liquid.
And you've got to withstand a really aggressive team. So I love that you've already focused on getting Pecky back. That
Yes.
C-bot's so low, though. Keep eyes. Remember, Mendo and all of them are running a very unique composition. They do not have Nox. They do not have Raptor. They are poised to throw down with the Hack Claw at the back. Could throw
They
down
brought the
with some
Hack Claw
resources
so
once
that
we get them
because
off the
they
cooldown
always
to
play
make sure we
admin.
have isolated
So playing the
100%.
Hack Claw is
They know
really smart.
exactly where WK Forever is. It's all
Thank you,
about what do we
Sion,
have
Rest
to kind of
Wall.
snuff them out of the building and lay the brunt of the damage. Now that
We
they
are
feel
trying to pray for WKF downfall.
Two main things that Team
As
Liquid are
long
thinking
as
is, one,
Team Liquid doesn't get
if we want
thirded, we
to
should be in a good
take this
spot.
fight, which it's looking like actually they don't. They're gonna go underneath, which is maybe, not maybe. It's very surprising to me. I thought they were gonna just trap them in that room and just wait on util cooldowns like you were talking about, and then play for that fight. But because they were gonna have to go through a single choke point, maybe a bit worried about lining up. But either way you look at it,
respectable.
almost all of our teams up here on the north side of the map. Nobody's gone for the airdrop yet. You'll see the team's logo.
Did you see that guy? The
does capture
WKF guy
the
missed
abbreviation.
like half his clip on
But it's
Aaron. And Aaron
looking
just
to back
turned
off a
around
bit
and like
after taking
triple
some
headshot
shots.
him.
Here's a look at the map
Ah,
we were
that's
talking about. You
too
can see where the
funny.
airdrop is just outside of admin by shipping
Yuki
container.
should be in esports.
FX
Yuki's
are
not good
playing
enough for esports.
extremely slow, as I mentioned before. Down the south side of the map, they probably did some missions, and they're probably going to just take away.
Oh,
this
we got
extraction
two
zone
rap
or
teams
extraction point.
today.
On the south side is the paid
A
extract.
double rap
Take it away from
team.
anybody else so they can't use it.
Nightmare's
Have
probably
an
the
escape route,
most
then get
aggressive
it,
team
and
here.
then join the action late. Surprised to
Team
see
Liquid is
Nightmare going
aggressive
off the back
after a
of the scissors,
pick.
just maybe trying to loot up.
Like after that
Yeah,
pick,
everyone
if they
plays-
didn't finish the
I will say
runs or
over
if
on
they
the
were a
EMEA
little bit
side of things, 'cause I
closer,
did work on that
they would have
broadcast this morning for those of you
100%
guys
pushed into that
watching. It
room.
was a
But they made the
journey. Go
call
back
after
and
they
watch
got
the
the
VODs.
res
We
off.
love some of those EMEA teams. We went to game 7. We started things out in 0 dam, and it played out
If they were able to get the
very
finish,
conservatively, which is
they
typical
would
of
have
what
been
we
able to
expect from
push
0 dam.
in.
A lot of these fights don't break out until like 3 minutes, but we
But
we
like Team
legit
Liquid's
had people
comp, they only had
actually
dual
extracting
nades.
and focusing on that.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Again, generally, if you want to be a top 2 team, now we know this is not the case if you literally watched this morning's broadcast, but generally, if you want to be a top 2 team, you have to play for the mantle break. You have to get a mantle break in general to be a top 2 team. Not always the case, but almost always. Today, there is no reward for getting 3rd. There is no reward for getting 4th. You could get last, you could get 3rd. You get the exact same thing, which is another chance tomorrow. So it is going to play differently. And I think some of this slow-paced gameplay, I mean, we're at, what, over 8 minutes now with only one player being knocked. This is all about preparing for the mantle brick rounds. That's the only thing people care about.
And it's not even like you could extend out because that airdrop is so incredibly unsafe that you're not willing to risk going straight
Hello,
for that.
Shiru, how
As
are
we see,
you?
FX has left and further went more north. Now, here's the deal. The second airdrop with the high value supplies is dropping just to the southwest of Major Substation, in which Nightmare was kind of lurking about. So now that FX has moved in and already taken shots, Nightmare is going to set up, do we want to take this engagement? It will be an isolated 3v3, but how can we stack the positioning in our favor so that we don't necessarily throw this fight?
Yeah, especially because they were spotted out. Maybe going to send Lucas all the way around to make sure they don't get flanked. The weird part about this airdrop is with our newest format, which we've been using for the last 4 weeks or so, this airdrop really doesn't give you a whole lot. It's nice to have, but you're not usually pulling 2 million. You're pulling probably a little bit less than 2 million out of this airdrop, which is not even a supply point. So it's just making sure that you have enough money for what loadout you want for the next rep, but it's nice to have if you can get it for free taking a big fight where you maybe are at a disadvantage, definitely not worth it. So I think both these teams trying to address this fight from the right angles, making sure they're not forcing something.
Personally, the kills are worth more than this supply drop is going to be. We typically see an influx of
Yeah.
golds, maybe 1 or 2 reds if you're lucky, but you're right, that caliber of it is around 1 to 1.5 mil, unless something crazy happens, which can very well occur. But for Nightmare and for FX, these kills, this fight is more important.
Because it's so important, they're going to take their sweet time. Again, I'm going to say this a lot today. Today is going to feel different. This is not going to feel like the last 4 weeks. There's nothing on the line. And unfortunately for FX, they had a plan in mind, or at least I thought they had a plan in mind, which is to protect this paid extract on the south side of the map. Leviathan, if they have done a mission and have enough cash for it, they actually could buy away this extraction point and come up in third party this fight and catch FX on the back, pinched between Nightmare and themselves. And it looks like maybe a couple other teams deciding to rotate south as well after hitting some shots.
I'm really curious what Socio is going to do. He's kind of leading the charge, and you see immediately peeks out. Marino rips through him, throwing down the incendiaries for hoping to get the finish, but we invest the Alluru ult as well.
Yeah, just trying to put enough damage down to confirm this kill. Again, when you put somebody to red, they can get picked up for it very quickly, especially if there's some support operators on the other side. But a nice pickup there with the help of Marino's util and the team. They're able to find that full kill. So that's 800K straight to the bank for FX, regardless of what happens here. Again, FX has been a fun team to watch. They play a little differently than everybody else, which doesn't mean they don't shoot straight. They've also rotated through their roster quite a bit. We've actually seen all 4 of their players compete at one point, but Marino has found himself a starting spot. And things have gone well for them in the last couple of matches they've played. So far, they're the only team to get a kill.
Interesting. I'm actually really curious if their different play style is going to excel this weekend because the pace does get halted. But now, Leviathan down to a duo. And you just see Eclipse just dip.
I think that disc did hit him too. So
A little yeet.
Yeah, that was a nice little throw there from Equal Plays.
He's like, it's light work if you look at his player cam. He's like, not even phased. I thrive in the darkness. I thrive in the chaos. I am the nightmare. Cue Bane voice because I can't do it. W key forever though. Finally,
Crazy
will
comes.
the breakout between Team Liquid and them occur, or are we gonna stalemate for a next?
Nothing on the
3 minutes
line.
on the
It's not like if you get first or second, you can secure a spot. So you just need to be top 3 today, and that's it.
Hotsick, nice shots through the smoke, trying to get some intel if they're pushing or not. With the right angles, realizes that they're being pretty patient as well. A little bit of damage back and forth, but it does look like Boy will be the first to drop. Feeling the pressure, Hotsick's going to set himself up, waiting for this push. Mindo going down as well. It's going to have to be Hotsick by himself in a 1v3. The chances of him winning this very low, but not impossible. Unfortunately, out of here. Team Liquid, the first team off the board. W key forever. Playing fairly patiently, and they don't live up.
They got freaking rounded off.
Once they got the first blood, that's when you W key, and a great effort from them to strike while the iron was hot.
I actually really loved it because we were on board with Pecky there. We saw kind of the cooldown. So he invested not only his EMP grenade to open that fight up for his 2 teammates, but he had thrown 2 whirling discs as well. But it pays off. Having knocks for them in those close quarter combat, definitely keeping them a prize. Now, for the other teams that do have Raptors and are out here in the open terrain, things can be a bit shaky. This time, FaZe starting to find themselves in the center of where the duo of Leviathan is. Even FX is starting to cover distance to kind of take back what they gave up initially.
Yeah, that initial knock on Socio is a huge error. I'm not sure they knew exactly where FX was positioned, and because Marino had that high ground spot on top of the stairs, it was just out in the open for a bit too long and unfortunately lost the gunfight. And they're not going to be able to get that body up, most likely. Now, a potential pinch here, Sudoku actually in quite a bit of trouble as Widow's able to find the right angle for one, and Eclipse maybe able to find another as Snows creeps out. Knowing where Widow's was, he wasn't aware that Eclipse had another angle, so FaZe now in quite a bit of trouble. They go rotating out and take some shots in the back and still barely able to snake out. Again, because it's the first round, people's kits aren't perfected. They still have to remain fairly cheap, and so not all of these shots will land from this far away. And you're shooting blue, so decent TTK compared to some of the later rounds, but still FaZe just struggling to stay up.
And Eclipse is really confident here, just kind of going through, pretty much like an alligator working through the terrain. Elsewhere, you see Else Knows kind of getting picked up as FX descends from above. Something that they excel in is making sure that they've got these angles. They take down one, immediately start closing onto that gap and pushing further from now. They've got the bodies, and now Leviathan still on the other side. Will they circle back or will they yeet?
This is about to be... We've got 3 minutes left and less. Look at everybody else running this direction. The fight usually for Elevator Extract has turned into a fight for the south side of the map. The signal flares have been shooting up into the sky over and over again, and now's the time for everybody to shoot their guns. Waiting till the last 2.5 minutes. FaZe in deep trouble. Team Liquid eliminated. Everybody else trying to get
I love Sanima.
some 800k or so
Sanima
per kill
goated.
that they can take home back to the lobby, since it's not looking like a lot of people will get out of this map. It's just going to be a bloodbath in the last 2 minutes.
And you've got Nightmare essentially shadowing FX's rotation throughout, but instead they carve their path out towards the right. And as they work together, there's a chance we can outline some of Leviathan's players. They only have 2 left. Mr. Dio God out into the water, threading through a blade of glass, but it's Eclipse on the other side. And even though the silent assault is there, he's sighted out by his teammate of Leviathan, and now they're looking and giving callouts for Eclipse.
This is playing so differently than group stages.
Yep.
Usually people just eco chow fights because they know it'll be all right. But here on Survivor stages, people are a bit more timid, scared. Backing off with 90 seconds on the clock. What we thought would be a bloodbath turns into a stalemate as WK Forever show up the last to the party on this side of the map.
Keep that. FX have actually moved into where Mr. Dio God was. But Mr. Dio God is out. He motorized Skeleton. He's like, I'm seeing you later. Has to throw the triple blaster in. Finds the knock and full onto Lucas from Nightmare. And is still causing chaos for the rest of the lobby.
Yeah, he was able to skate all the way. He's the furthest north player on the western side of the map, so a great job from holding the outside angle, knowing there's not somebody around him. Oh my gosh, great chow there from Peaky. He's able to pick up the 1 and the full. So WK Forever maybe in the best position, but now everybody getting at least some money to take home. Nobody's getting out of this map. Marino able to find Eclipse. DW able to find Crab. Marino now on a 3-piece as FX may be the big winners of this map as FaZe get fully eliminated. Only 2 teams fully out, but FX down to a duo. Same with Nightmare, same with WK Forever, and Leviathan down to a solo. Back and forth we go. Usually it's the last 5 minutes. It's really just the last 60 seconds in this one as WK Forever find another one for them. And unfortunately, Nightmare down to a single player.
Put him on 5 for a team, and they have 1.7 mil in profits, but they're not done. Piggy is going to drop out. He's got the Chal against Equal. You got 2 Noxes against each other, and the damage is done. Nightmare is out, and it's just the solos left.
There's so many rats.
Zero Dam, you were wild.
I think I saw Leviathan pick up a
the
kill
rats are
as well
everywhere.
So, yeah, wow, okay. It almost felt like everybody was playing a bit blind, whether Raptors drones were getting shot out of the air fast or they weren't able to pick up multiple teams with the intel that they got. A back and forth turned stalemate turned into a big shootout in 30 seconds. The very end of the game, everybody's like, I guess we should do something. Okay, that's how we're going to play today. I respect it. Got to be top 2. Let's see who's top 2 at the end of a very wild eco round. The top team will be WK Forever, as like you mentioned, Tiff, they did pick up 5 in total.
Small guys, a favorite team. God number 1.
800k per.
Yeah,
So
go small guy.
Seen bigger, but hey, we'll take a solid map when everybody else is playing slow.
Go's just like, yeah, they got a great fish, but look, I've seen bigger fish. Like, I'm not even impressed. Nah, for real. But that's a great start to a crazy day. Even Flexo W7M there getting 4 kills. You have Marino who went on a 3-kill streak. Nice and brilliant. Leviathan who do grab 3 thanks to Widows, and especially when they were a duo after losing Socio out so early on the map. Nightmare grabbed 2. FaZe walks away with 1, but dude, honestly, W key forever. You got Piggy there at the top, was finding some nice kills up in admin before descending down to the south.
Yeah, I think frankly, W Key Forever played fairly well. They maybe got, I don't know if lucky is the right word. They did a good job of putting themselves in a position where Team Liquid didn't feel like they could push them originally, even after the first knock that they got through the window. So because they were left alive, they were able to work their way through Team Liquid and then come get a bunch of kills. You could see nice assists here from W Key Forever. They played together as a team the entire time. There's not necessarily one big standout performer like there was for FX. Marino was just shooting straighter than a lot of other players, finding the right angles. He able to pick up 3 kill points. I was going to say maybe is going to be the MVP because of that. That's exactly what happens. Solid damage and assist, 3 kills, and about $500,000 in the safe box. Nice job there from Mr. Marino.
Like, honestly, a pretty stellar eco round. And honestly, I thought it was really unique that none of the airdrops were taken upon. Especially if that first one is going to land up in front of everyone in admin. They're like, it is not worth it. It is not safe for me to even expend my utility to try to smoke it out and take the time to loot it and not get caught out.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really good shout. It was a very interesting way to play the map, but it worked out for some of our teams, maybe not so much for the others. Folks, as a reminder, we are wrapping up Season 1 here with the Delta Force Rise series, and guess what? Season 2 has already been announced, and you could be a part of it. If you're watching this and thinking, man, I gotta be better than some of these players, or man, I wish I could just play against them, now's your chance. August 10th is when registration opens. That's the day after our finals day, so be ready. We'll continue to remind you throughout the course of this. Go sign up, work your way through qualifiers, and potentially make your way to this stage, and you can see Tiff and I cast over you in the next season. You're not going to want to miss it, folks. We just wrapped up our first eco round, but it's brackish. It's a first mantle brick, potentially. One of these teams, a shot to be top of the leaderboard no matter what. We'll be right back in just a moment. Damage in the entire group stage for a reason. He's got 1, he's got 2. No, I mean, we take that all day. The jump comes in.
Got the mantle bricks. Find and stop them. Mantle bricks decoded. Nice work, operator.
The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
Is about to take the first brick of the tournament. They're going to do it.
What goes around, comes around.
Hello, Taka, are you? Pro League is just rage bait? No, no, no. It's your favorite team. As I had cheering for them. You need a WKF shit.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
Welcome back. Delta Force Rise series just wrapped up. Zero Dam here at the Americas region for
Love
Survivor
them.
Stage 1. Got to be top 2 to make it to the final day, and everybody else has one more chance tomorrow. But we turn our eyes to Brackish. We turn our eyes to the first Mantle Brick round to see who will top the charts and top the leaderboard. Mantle Brick, the most important thing today.
And reporting them for
to be
outing.
top 2. I got to assume you have to have a brick.
Because
You would assume. But when we had EMEA today, no one got a brick on Brackish. It was brutal. People were guarding it with their absolute life, which is what you would assume that people would do in the group stages. But no, everything that you think you know is going to get amplified times 1,000 if we are going to see the same things that we saw over on the EMEA side of things. I'm talking like not letting people even get to decode stations. But before we get there, guys, here's the leaderboard from round 1. Who's got the most squad points? Well, of course, it's going to be WK Forever after their 5 KP.
Yeah, and this is important, right? It does matter. Mantle Brick's the most important thing, but these squad points will matter at the end of the day because this will dictate some tiebreakers. We could very easily see second and third tied.
WK Forever, Smoke Eye's favorite team.
So these do matter in WK Forever.
Locking
Most
in.
of them as of current. Leviathan, a decent rep as well. FaZe Clan Team Liquid didn't really get anything on that map and therefore just get their pre-supply round replenishment that they get, which is like 700k per player. So that's where those points come from. That's going to happen for every team. You see a little bit for some of the others. But we turn our eyes to Brackish, and we've got some players maybe bringing in some nice kits, some others maybe a bit more broke. But this is where the rubber meets the road, and I think when you're a team that just pulled a T1 spawn in Zero Dam, you've got to think about that as you prepare what your comp is going to be. And I ask a question as we look at our operators that we don't see answered very often by our players, but today could be the day that it is. Do we spend a Tempest on Brackish? Not often do teams use this. You won't see it in the most popular operators for Brackish because people want to save it for Space City, but it could be a power play to have a small advantage going onto a map like Brackish and getting your first brick.
I'll be completely honest, we did have 2 over on the EME side of things. They invested 2 Tempest. Did it go the way for them? Not like they had planned. I will say that Uluru is the most viable operator for you to bring in here. And as we look at our spawn predictions, as we said, FaZe Clan and WK Forever did get the T1 spawns. They are not going to be able to have them here on Brackish. Their best bets are garnering themselves tier 3 spawns, and they can descend from the north. Anyone hitting the new tower or Babel, those tier 2 spawns, are going to be looting for a good portion of time before they carve their path up towards the north. But Royal Museum, those 4 teams that have the potential to get it, should be the teams looking at bringing in a Tempest and investing a little heavier.
Yeah, and for those that maybe are just tuning in for the first time, why are those tier 1 spawns? Well, the Mantle Brick spawns right outside Museum, okay? And there's a decoding station in Museum, so actually very important. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a moment. But as you well know, we're loading into the game, which guess what that means for you? Yes, get those typing fingers ready. I've got another giveaway for you. It's the SR3M Combat Ready skin. Get ready when you see the code. There it is. Type it in as fast as you possibly can. 25 total redemptions for this one. Hopefully you are one of the lucky few that get it. You can redeem in-game or at the official website by typing in this code. No, you cannot copy and paste it. However, pro tip, screenshot it. And if you're on a smartphone, you actually can copy and paste it. So if you're fast enough to do it that way, I just gave you a pro tip. Guess what? If you get that skin, you better at me on Twitter, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Or you could just at Goj and just tell him how great of a caster he is and like kind of boost him up that way. Just kidding. I mean, we did see a highlight reel in the group stage recap. I'm totally kidding. It is literally almost 8:30 p.m. at night, and it's starting to enter my degen hours. And it's what better the way to do it than to give me some Brackish in our first Mantle Brick round.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at T1 spawns. Let's take a look at Museum. We can obviously see that FaZe on our screens right now are coming down through the western side of the map, down next to Hotel, and they are sprinting towards Museum as they are not one of the lucky few that got it. You can see the lucky 2, Leviathan and Team Liquid, already in an engagement. Eclipse able to take down Boy and get the full Team Liquid down to a duo as Leviathan have worked their way inside.
No.
Team Liquid
No.
a break today. My goodness.
Yeah, it's really, really unfortunate for them, but I do see a lot of prioritization around the Ulurus and definitely not wanting to waste any of their Tempest operators until they get to Space City. Do see some Shepherds, a couple of gizmos for information, especially with his util kit. It is pretty nice. You are seeing a ton of purple coming in throughout, which to be expected. That gold still not going to come out till Space City.
Yeah, I mean, big note here is also most people utilizing either their first or second Raptor, because again, Raptor is a
You
very
really don't need a
viable
Tempest or a
hero on
Brickish.
Rush for the same reason.
Because
A
the
lot of
brick
states love
spawns
busy,
aren't
including
far
looks like Leviathan
from
Widows
everything
is
else, so
actually
you can
grabbing
just
the
grab it.
body of the Team Liquid player that went down and taking it to a place where they cannot find it. I do want to check in very quickly. Nightmare is actually rotating up from the Tower of Babel, and they're working their way up towards Museum. Let's do a quick listen in on what they were thinking right before this game.
In one word to describe this round, Manobrick.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Crazy comms. On one of these comms, Ben's comms, I like Manobrick. It's like just the one word.
Manobrick gives you so much of a power position, and FaZe are looking to get it right now. They grab the first brick, and they move their way toward a decoding station, not thinking the inside safe tip. I have a feeling they are headed to the west.
I'm telling you, things are different, especially on Brackish. When the Mandel brick comes out, Farmer Lucas, things change. So FaZe immediately diving out towards the South Blue River Hotel decoding station. And when have you seen this in the group stages?
Yeah, it's a big move. It was a smart play, as Eclipse actually does find Sudoka from distance. They should be able to pick this up, no problem. Maybe it'll rocket tries to come clean it up, but some smokes and yeah, a ton of utility landing this direction. They are desperately trying to keep this body on the ground and not picked up, but this will be a pretty easy pickup on Sudoka. But decoding station started. Everybody going to rotate this direction, and you can see Nightmare actually the best position to do just that. A reminder, they came up from the Tower of Babel. Who were they with the Tower of Babel? FX, who you don't even see on your screen. FX, we know how they play. They're playing
Side
slow.
questing.
They're looting up. They're side questing in the Tower of Babel, thinking, everybody wants to get the brick. We'll show up when we need to. Let's take a look back on this engagement, though.
I got them.
Ooh, actually so clean from Eclipse through the window like that. All right.
Yeah, those are headshots, too. That was very nice.
All right. Let's see the nice little res coming through. That
Oh my
incendiary to the face, yo. I see you, DW. I see you.
Yeah, Nightmare throwing an incendiary down there is just adding a bit of insult to injury. The fact that they've lost the power position. Nightmare now complete control of the brick. They've gotten the steal already, of course. And FaZe waiting on another team to come engage Nightmare from the backside so that they can pinch in at the same time. Unfortunately, Leviathan and Team Liquid are kind of stuck inside of Museum, thinking if we move first, maybe we get shot in the back. We're going to take our time. There's still 3 minutes on this decoding station.
Also true, and with that airdrop incoming in about 45 seconds, landing up on the north side, I think WKey Forever might actually play for that before descending upon this. That would give them a decent style sniper to come through and put some damage, but if they're not quick enough for this, Nightmare could look to hold steady.
Wow, okay, Nightmare showing us a new strategy. We are currently decoding the mantle brick. But we're going to go away from the brick as a team, potentially hold a cross that can look at it, and play away from the mantle brick so that we don't get pinched. Maybe thinking there's a team that could rotate in from the south and pinch them and they get wiped. That happens nearly every single time. They're looking to keep this game going on for quite some time, as it looks like WKey Forever are saying, all right, well, you guys are fighting for the brick. Let's just play our spawn. We're going to play for this first drop, and we're going to get the M82. Time for some 50 cal rounds, baby. One-shot sniper.
Honestly, Goj, I feel like this is such a solid move out of them, because you have to think, with our decoding station being incredibly open and having to play behind it, if you can just grab a nasty angle with that M82 and find some pickups, that could be such a game changer. The thing is, you have 1:30 left on the clock, and if you're not doing something about it just yet, you don't want to leave 30 seconds on the clock and then be like, oh, let's go push Nightmare. No, bro, they're going to defend it with their lives. They're going to body stack it and make sure that nothing can change.
Yeah, and again, it's like I've watched a lot of Americas. Here comes FX. They're done looting. They're going to show up late. And this time around, it might be right on time. Nightmare, interestingly enough, we're thinking they were getting pinched. They peel out, go play a top angle, They wait, nothing happens, and they go, okay, it's 90 seconds. Let's go play for the win. Let's go play for the brick right now. They get back into power position on top of the decoding station, and they're going to look to take it right here, right now. FX waiting for a shot on the north side so they can push in really aggressively. They're seeing Raptor drones. They're getting scared. They're playing slow. And the folks on the north, FaZe, they're not moving very aggressive either. I don't know if this is going to be a free brick, but it's going to be a full tilt, full sprint to go for a steal in the final 20 seconds. And we all kind of know how that's going to mostly play out. Unless we get some lucky shots, Nightmare are getting this brick.
I'm convinced Nightmare is getting it. The way they have spread
Nightmare
out,
just
they are
holding it down.
controlling the angles and thanking FaZe for escorting it over. Now, of course, this is where you're going to see the util investments coming through. FaZe showing presence from the north. And if you got to think about it, if FX isn't careful, they need to time this alongside the push from...
It's too late.
Yeah, 5 seconds on the clock.
It's just too late. What in the Menelaus? What in the Aura Farm? They're not that
Let's
powerful.
go! Free nightmare break.
Everybody waiting for somebody else to do the work.
Street
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to
vibes.
pick up the dang shovel and dig the hole of your own grave if you can't get a mantle brick. Nightmare, a free brick in the second round. Nightmare,
Mano
a huge
break.
advantage in this
Said
competition.
he
It's gonna be
said.
top two.
Bro said it.
Nightmare
I think it's so funny.
fantastic start, even though they lose Lucas on the transition.
But you know what? We heard from Lucas
That
earlier,
was so
and the only
worth
thing he
it.
had to say was Mandelbrick, and they have obtained the very first one. Now,
That
Leviathan
was
on your
a
screen,
lot.
the only
They're in
thing
a
our other
really
teams
good
can
spot
do
now.
are boost up those
We have to pray that
KPs,
Team Liquid
grab
make
some
it in
squad
as
points,
well.
Do your best, because if that tiebreaker does
Mandelbrick.
occur, then you need to put yourself in a solid position. WK Forever, after 5 kills and match number 1, currently only on 1 thanks to Crab, but they do have that M82 in the pocket of C-Bots.
A little
Of C-Bots.
a little too scared today. Sometimes you gotta play aggressive. Sometimes, yeah, I know defense wins championships. We're in the survivor stages, okay? You need some offense. Be curious to see who wins out in the points category as Equal Plays actually finds an angle on Mr. Geogod, who got a little antsy and pushed out by himself. Not Tempest today means that's going to be a freebie going down. As Equal Plays looks for a bit more, still maintaining a position with his duo as they lost Lucas. They're just looking for some kill points. They're looking to get out with some cash on the board, but getting some eliminations. Marino shoots straight again.
Why
Gets
is
another
it
knock.
blocked? What
Goes
happened?
down for the finishing touch.
Is it-
Touch onto Widows. Nicely done, relegating Leviathan down to a duo.
Oh, it's 'cause
alongside
of
FaZe and
Discord.
Team Liquid. The only thing is, Team Liquid's a permanent
it's 'cause
duo,
of
and
Discord.
we could see Lever FaZe look to regain if they can procure those bodies. The second
Discord
airdrop
was
is going to go the
being,
way of
so
WP
weird.
Forever, who are just out here doing what they can to boost up. Now, if I'm them, as you see some golds, a couple reds coming through, not too bad, honestly. But I would work on getting a couple of kills and seeing if we can just send one out of the match and grab that
Yeah.
M82 for later.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the next conversation, right? Like, the only thing you could play for now on the map is kills.
Yep.
Except for WK Forever, who's already grabbed the M82. So now you can play to either get some value out of it in this map. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it, but if it's out in the open, go for it. Or save it for the next Mantle Brick round. Obviously, don't bring it into Tide Prison unless you're a psychopath. Bring it into Space City and do some damage to hopefully secure yourself a brick. So I'd expect to see WK Forever go for an extraction here. Leviathan, we're able to pick up a res. Unfortunately, immediately cut down again. Marino is on a hot spree right now. Nearly 5 unanswered kills between the last 2 rounds. Unfortunately, they push out thinking that they're safe, and Socio Legend is going to prove that that is not the case. 1 goes down, and it looks like Widows has actually unfortunately knocked himself. So bad news if you're a Leviathan fan. It's going to have to be Socio Legend by himself, and he's able to get 2. 1 down, the second fold. It's going to be a 1v1 in this FX Leviathan fight.
Uemura on the other side, a coveted 1v1. Is it Socio? Is it Uemura? Who's gonna find purchase on the angle? Instead, it's basically the pilot from above just slamming him.
Yeah, the boss is getting a piece of the action, okay? You guys don't want to play aggressive. Guess what? The map's going to fight back. In the meantime, we're seeing FaZe and WK Forever kick off a big engagement. Seeing that M82 come into big use, and there's the engagement. Down goes Leviathan. Socio Legend couldn't clean up the full 3 because Mendo shoots him in the back. Team Liquid looking for some extra value on the map after losing the first at the very beginning. Finally finding their first kill as Mendo picks up a freebie, and Leviathan kicked out of this one again.
Yeah, it's actually really tough. You can see from the distance, Ymir is falling so low at the hands of Team Liquid. You got Hodsick and Mendo across the way. Still the pilot above, back to full health. And I don't know if we're going to be able to hit that reset. There's no way Mendo and Hodsick allowed this to happen. But they do still need to find some kills and bolster their profits along the way.
Ideally, looks like Team Liquid is actually going to back off. So on Morse, Yurimura is going to be able to push forward and check this and say, okay, nobody in the area means I could probably go for these reses. And because of those engagements, not only could he get these revives, but they get back up on their feet and be able to fully play this map still. We still have 6 minutes. Usually when the brick gets captured, we're like, okay, not a lot of time. Let's see how people engage, just go for kills like they do in Zero Dame at the end. But no, this is a full map. There was like 10 minutes on the clock when brick was captured. So we're going to see what these teams decide to do. Prioritize extraction, prioritize some fighting. So far, things calm back down after a bit of turbulence.
Still can't believe we have this much time remaining after Nightmare extracted with the Mandel brick. Like, it's just a stark difference in between what we had witnessed on Brackish earlier today in a different region from what we're getting here. And this makes me think that maybe we end in 4 or 5. Like, if this goes the way that we just saw on Space City, we are ending so dang early, where we went the distance. We had 2 maps in which Mandel bricks were not even able to be obtained.
Yeah, it's an interesting quandary. I'm actually really excited to see how map 4 plays because of that. Like, now that you have a team that's in a position that could win, and there's not that notification that goes out that, you know, the match point team's decoding, anytime a brick is being decoded, everybody's got to play for that or it could be over. So if you're a team that doesn't have a brick, like, you have to play. This is the only map where you could say, oh, we didn't have to. Like, they don't end the tourney, but it sounds like a bit of cope. But hey, regardless, let's see what happens. They're going to be playing around this extraction point. FX back on their feet. Gonna have to fight off 2 teams at the same time yet again. Mendo, first blood. Yes. No. Yurimura. Okay, fine. He does go down. Was literally 1 HP. Equally able to clean that one up. Won't see that player from FX be able to get back on their feet. Oh, no. It was the only player is Yurimura. So the only player on yellow timer still. The other 2, if they go down.
That guy, how are you? You like my RM build? Thank you. I have a better one if you want to have a look, but I can't send it right now. I sent it like,
taking some damage from a composite
I don't know, Monday.
4 minutes left on
Because
the timer, and
I'm co-streaming right now. So we're watching the pros play, our friends play on Team Nightmare and Team Liquid.
And are just looking to see if maybe we can third party some engagements.
Good grief. Marino finds another kill from distance, taking down Hodsick. This guy is shooting today. Let's see if he can find Mendo as well. He's actually getting very aggressive, and unfortunately, I think that Nightmare's about to play spoiler. Equal plays. I found Marino. There it is. Marino was feeling hot. Unfortunately, going to be cold. Back into the lobby he goes.
Let's go. Equal locked in.
I wouldn't even call it a sneaky res. Everybody can hear that one. I'm not sure it'll land, but we're going to see Crab sneak in behind Mendo if he knows he's here. A big fight on hand.
Okay, good cleanup. Huge picks.
FX get fully eliminated. They certainly tried. There's a good battle.
WKF?
Down goes another. Mendo out of here. Team Liquid fully eliminated. We got 3 teams left.
No. Okay, Team Nightmare. You need to avenge Team Liquid. Lock in.
Nightmare still have a duo each
We
on
got
the board,
this.
and WP Forever a team of 3. With Reds already in their safe box, they're feeling pretty dang good about their odds of racking up.
Equal got wiped? No, Team Liquid got wiped. Aaron and Mendo.
Catch a break, but at least they caught a
Look at that, Aaron got wiped early. Mendo and Hodsick.
Now we see who's able to play for the extraction potentially, or just play for some of these points. Equal plays, DW having to play as a duo. Here's a quick little tri-camera view of the remaining 3 teams. I like this production. Good to see where they all are. Nightmare rotating in. They're going to find, it looks like, FaZe on the other side. Down goes one. Don't think twice about picking that one.
Can we steamroll the last one of Nightmare? El Snow's still being conservative with less than 2.5 minutes on the clock and 3 bullets in that M82 for C-Bots down on the bottom right. Can we just go ahead? Because it's use it or lose it at this point in time.
Use it or lose it indeed. Has found a little bit of value with it. Would have liked to save it for later.
One might take dog tag. Yeah, a little
Shot
bit.
a total of either 2 or 3 bullets at this point. And you can't put those bullets in your safe box, and you can't buy them, so use it or lose it, indeed. DW proned out, praying for a freebie, and he might get it. Hello, good morning, goodbye. See you later. We take this.
Oh, Deathwing. Being a little bit of lurking, but the fact that we just had lost equal out to some same shenanigans with FaZe, who's still down to a duo, push Nightmare and immediately wipe them down to the final battle. WK Forever and FaZe and a 2v2
No,
scenario.
that's okay. They got a lot of kills. Yeah, Nightmare's good in a really good spot.
Just yet, so going prone
I don't think there's a better spot to be in. Nightmare's in a really good spot now.
Raptor and Play could throw some utility.
It's all about prepping them for the initial
so much
rounds.
information, and you know they're just going to shoot it out of the sky.
Each team knows where the other is at, general direction, and with those shots, there's no question about it. That sounded like a big weapon whose bullet did not land. Are we down to 2 now? Are the players able to count those? I don't think so. I don't think FaZe and WQ Forever have been around each other the entire map. Knowing that there's a high caliber weapon changes the fight, but Sudoka doesn't care. He ego chows it, takes one down and gets the full. Down goes WQ Forever, both knocked
Yeah,
down.
WKF got cooked.
They knew the
Let's
direction,
go.
they did not know the location. Great fight.
And a wild, brackish map.
No,
to
small
be
guy, you're
had.
very
But FaZe at the
sad.
end of the day, getting 5 kills of their own. At 5 KP is going to do wonder for their squad points. And as they loot up, you can see they're grabbing the dog tags. They're throwing the ammo in the safe boxes. They are going to boost their profits. Not quite a mil just yet, but who knows? Maybe we could acquire a couple more things.
See what we can find in the final couple seconds. There it is, folks. Your first Mantle Brick round. Did it play out like you thought it would? I don't know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Definitely saw some action. But at the end of the day, here's the tough part. You know that if you take this engagement and you make a mistake around the Mantle Brick and you fight for the brick too early, you get shot in the back or you just lose the engagement, whatever it is, you'll be thinking back and saying, man, what could we have done different as we watch from outside of the game and wait in the lobby? So sometimes these teams just decide to not take the fights. They don't have an advantage. They're waiting for somebody else to make the first move. And yet again, we find our way to a free brick from Nightmare. Fortune favors the bold gentleman. I say it every week. And Nightmare did it. And they also picked up 6 kills till the very end when they were finally cut down. Great job from Equal Plays, DW, and Farmer Lucas. A great call from Lucas to go for the brick there. And then the other 2 just fragged out to wrap up the map. So they pick up the most points out of this map and the Mantle Brick. If you would have told me, Tiff, that I had to predict who would win today, I was going to say Nightmare. So I'm feeling good about my prediction. They have been hot the last couple weeks, and they're staying hot at the top of the leaderboard.
Well, how many maps are we getting as we look at Equal being the top killer there with 4 and FaZe and Marino showing some
Let's
presence as well?
go.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, they're really happy. They got a lot of value.
He's actually been putting up some fantastic games thus far. We've only had 2, and he's picked up, I think, 6 kills in total already. Like, FX is playing more aggressive, which I like. They did show up late, but it wasn't too late. They showed up at the right time. The only qualm I had with them was that they just didn't actually play for the brick. They got there, they were ready to play for it, and they backed off, feeling like they didn't have a play. So you can credit FaZe to that, you can credit FX to that, or you can just credit the whole lobby for not making an aggressive move. And because of the lack of aggressiveness, Equal Plays finds his way to MVP. 4 kills, plenty of damage. Great job from him to actually find some value on the map after they got the brick. So Nightmare, the top team, no question about it, Tiff. But you got to be top 2. So that second place position is still wide open.
And if we end in 4, I'm not saying we will.
They need to be
Definitely
top
have throughout our
2.
group stages seen
Wait,
some
that's crazy. They
4-game
need to be
series,
top
but
2.
earlier
Team
in
that look like
EMEA
need to
today,
get a
we
brick
went
too.
to game 7 and no team was able to acquire 2 bricks. But also, no one got a big...
So by 2 favorite teams both need to get a brick.
That is a tongue
Yo,
twister.
that's hard.
That is a tongue twister. Yeah, getting a team with a Mantle Brick very early in this does open up the possibility of wrapping things up in 4 or 5 or 6. Who knows how long it'll take, folks. But we go to Tide Prison next. And so, as I always say, it's going to get real sneaky. Buckle up. We'll be right back in just a moment.
is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
Is about to take the first in the brink of the tournament. And they're going to do it.
What goes around comes around.
Not gonna do very much though. When you get barrel stuff, Skydie is getting aggressive.
Am I gaming? Kind of just depends.
Let's knock them off their feet.
Welcome back. Delta Force Rise series here at the Americas region. Just wrapped up our first brick round on Brackish, and I gotta say, it was a little free for Nightmare, so they find their way to the top of the leaderboard. No question about it. Survivor Stage 1, gotta be top 2. And as we head towards Tide Prison, let's take a look at where everybody else falls on this leaderboard, Tiff. FX moved their way to second.
Oh, get me in there. A nice 12 squad points from FX off the back of some nice fragging in the first 2 rounds that we have seen. And of course, it's looking really nice for WK Forever. Those 7 kill points are looking pretty great for them. I do want to charge Team Liquid. I know you've got potential. I know you have skills. This is not how I want to see Survivor match start for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, this is bad. I think, unfortunately for them, they're a little unlucky. They've had some kind of tough engagements. They've gotten some first bloods put onto them before they're able to react. And yeah, you can blame them for it, but at the same time, that's somehow sometimes how Delta Force plays. So maybe a bit unlucky. Maybe they can turn it around in this one. You know, Tide Prison is one of those maps that's going to play very, very slow. We're going to be watching you know, people creep and crawl around the map, but we oftentimes do see a team or maybe 2 find quite a bit of kills on the map by end of the day. So if you're able to win some of the early engagements, get some points on the board early, and then maybe get one more team wipe under your belt, you could easily see Team Liquid jump maybe even all the way up to second place at the end of this one. Now you can see a couple different operators already eliminated from many of these teams. Kind of surprising to see FX already burn both their Alurus. That is actually very surprising. Every other team has used 1. Yeah, no incendiaries for them going forward. But other than that, we're going to see probably at least 1 Nox per team. Here's a look at the most played operators or the most played comp, which is Shepard, Nox, Moors. You're going to probably see a Nox and a Moors per team. The third is kind of variable. We've even seen some Cenevas pop out in this one, and you could easily even see double Nox, which is why our pick rate's actually at 38%, which is higher than even 1 per team.
Yeah, it's actually a good shout. I always see minimal Cenevas on the other region. So when you mention it, 100%, we do usually get a rogue one every now and then. From our last tier 1 spawns on Brackish, Team Liquid and Leviathan were the people that did have that. Not going to be able to get them here on Tide Prison, which is W, right? You don't want an airdrop T1 spawn. You want to go into Space City with a coveted tier 1 spawn. So for our other teams that could potentially get them, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, this is, I think exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. Like, this is the spawn you don't want. It gives you maybe some small advantages in some fights, but other than
they
that,
say you want a 2-1 spawn? Why? For Space City? But I feel like a lot of people die at tier 1 spawn.
Now, for those maybe just tuning in for the first time, worth mentioning, Tide Prison plays a little different. Yes, it's going to play slow, but also there is a GTI supply mission that you have to do to get that high caliber weapon. So remember that. That's how you get the high caliber weapon. Just 1 more airdrop. Now, as a reminder for you all at home, if you're like, man, I really think I can compete with some of these players, guess what? Now's your chance. Season 2, right around the corner. Registration opens August 10th, which is in, what, 3 days time? That's ridiculous. Get ready with your team. Could see some roster mania at the end of season 1. For those that don't know, you have to be top 3 in the final lobby on finals day to get an automatic qualification spot into season 2. So even some of the teams maybe competing today could see some different rosters or the same rosters competing through those open qualifiers as well. So a lot on the line, and you can join it as well. But let's move in to round number 3 here in our Survivor Stage 1.
Get me into Tide Prison. Let me see the chaos. I want to see fighting all throughout. But of course, our teams are looking to be.
No one fights on prison. What is she yapping about?
Okay, I see FX.
No one ever fights on prison.
I'd say
they fight like in the last like 3 seconds.
I was on Americas in the group stages. We did see a Luna, and yes, Ayo indeed for FaZe.
Yeah, Sudoku's pulling a missile off rip. Come on, my man. I wish you could use that. It'd be helpful. You go through Tide Prison, but a great shot on the operators. Maybe more important than the $1.4 million missile that they just pulled. But
that would actually be a really good idea. Imagine you had a red, but you could sacrifice the red as like an in-map utility. You know, like imagine like you do a mission, right? You can extract with it, or you can use it to like do damage or like have like a special extract for it. Like you blow a hole through a wall or something.
Call them Starks instead. Elsewhere you have
too bad I can't play any of the maps because I keep crashing. No, Nightmare and freaking Team Liquid, please go away. Go away, go fight their ads. You don't need to fight each other. I know you want to. You don't need to fight each other.
Down by Warden, so I'm surprised not to see 2 teams kind of bang out down on the south side. Let's do a quick vibe check here with Leviathan, see what they were thinking before the round.
Seconds before deployment, we're talking about our game plan and what we want to do depending on what spawn we get. We know we're the best team.
No SSG. SSG got second. They don't have to play Survivor stages. They just auto play on Sunday and the finals.
Okay. I like the answer 1 and 2. I like that it was more than 1 word. That was nice. Little insight, Leviathan, thinking that they're the best. Still a lot to prove.
Okay, here's the deal. When they said expect aggression, think back to when Socio kind of pushed out on Zero Dam and got aggressive. Sure, it got cut down immediately, but the aggression was there.
Yeah, and we've seen Leviathan actually do big things even on Tide Prison rounds. I saw Leviathan walk out of Tide Prison with, I think it was 12 kills, and a crazy amount of loot because of that. So let's see what Leviathan's able to do as the players move slowly around this one. Boy does find his way to a gold bar. Nice little value add. But it doesn't do anything for you in terms of our points unless you get up to 2 million in value. That's per 2 million in stash. And we mentioned it, I think, at top of show, but it does round down. So 1.9 million gives you nothing. There's that missile shell. And 3.9 million only gives you 1. Got to get to a perfect 2 and beyond to get the next point.
Thank you for the update, Gosh.
No problem.
I really
Yeah, they got it on spawn.
Listen, it's Tide
They
Prison.
got a
If you
natural
wanna
spawn
get
for
the
it.
nuance of rules, I'm down to yap about this because the teams are going to play really slow here. Unless they get intel. I mean, Morse is a great way to get some intel. Nox is a great way to find a kill on a sneaky little flank as they go silent. I think Socio Legend's going to try that here through the vents.
Wait, yo, I think he actually saw him just for a brief moment because you hear the bullets come through.
Yeah, definitely spotted. Unfortunately, you don't go invisible. Just your footsteps are quiet. And Farmer Lucas, I don't think he gets surprised very often, Tiff.
He's just like, nope. He's a man of few words, but very efficient. And you know he's relaying that information straight to Deathwing and Equal. He's like, guys, this is happening. We don't need to do anything crazy about it. But just know, there are people in the vents.
Beginnings of a horror film. Waiting for the jump scare.
Starting to feel like the back rooms over here. Actually, haven't seen that movie.
Oh, dang. We're gonna have to go see it.
I didn't see Obsessed either, so, you know, all I see is Delta Force right now.
So true. Quick look over at FaZe. We're actually rotating through the northeastern side of the map. Pushing over by cell block, and I'm going to try to get some intel around mid-map. Our GTI supply mission is actually about to open, so could see a couple of these teams go for that. That opens up on the south side by Warden, so really the only team in the area is going to be W Key Forever. There's a mission getting picked up actually by FaZe.
Sir, 'tis a flesh wound.
And I think the only other Raven's going to come out here, so they're actually going to do the Warden's missions. Now, the only other thing that I'm seeing on our map preview is that looks like FX are actually playing out by water extract on the south side of the map.
Sure.
So FX playing for the objective.
Love that.
Or sorry, FX playing for the extraction, FaZe playing for the objective, and everybody else maybe playing for kills. Looking for an opportunity to open up a fight.
Socio is waiting. Like, he is definitely committed to the push out here, and Lucas is not going to let him find any kind of purchase. Elsewhere, WK Forever finding a lower valued red, but I mean, still a red, still some nice value. And as long as it pushes you up into the next, you know, echelon of what's going to get you a squad point, great. But we're not quite there yet for WK Forever.
Patience.
A small guy, your favorite team, they found Cavion.
But in Tide Prison, let's get a little weird. Let's get a little mean. Let's throw virtues out the window.
You want a dogfight?
Yeah, I need a ballroom brawl. Now,
that's elegant.
Yo, working with Bandcam is racist. That's crazy.
You need to make the most of this map the best you can and just full
That's crazy.
Behind the door. So you do need to clear all angles, and the teams are slowly but surely working their way through the map, clearing their corners, making sure they don't make
You gotta like, stick like googly eyes on like your face or something, so that it like registers the googly eyes.
Through the reservoir.
Driver sleeping. Facts.
What their intentions are, you never know.
They're just kind of slow clearing the outside of the map. It does give them some intel, at least as of current, that there aren't teams out
Bro, it's an SR9. What?
But we do see sometimes teams hold the West Watchtower area.
Where's his gun?
Or the East
Do you see that?
Watchtower area, which is where they are
This
now.
guy's using an SR9.
Out here and wait for somebody to like.
I've never seen anyone use that gun. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're planning to rack them, I guess. I could use a freaking pistol.
Now, and they may rotate in and actually play for airdrop.
Oh my goodness. I mean, they're gonna shoot them in the back. I always get shot in the back.
You know what? Team Liquid's still in it. Team Liquid still in it. Boy on the screen. And I don't know why my intrusive thoughts just have me wanting to scream that out. I don't know why.
I mean, hey, honestly, this is the best map Team Liquid's had today, okay? I'm not trying to BM, but...
Yo!
Listen,
yo.
I mean, actually, they're able to stabilize.
Wow.
Pop off. This is the map I expect them to pop off on. I want to see a big fight from them. We're taking it nice and patient for now, though.
All right, here we go. Looking for some people, if potentially, but nothing is going to be gathered on that current size of the util there from Morse. As you hear across the way, making our way, looting our entire way through.
Here is the airdrop on the outside of the map. Now, this will not get our high caliber weapon. It does look like mission has been picked up finally. Should be WK Forever unless I missed who picked it up. So I'll get a correction on that in just a second. But FX is rotated all around the water, like we said, and is actually here to this airdrop first. Now, again, probably not going to get much out of this. Okay, we'll take a grab.
Gazelle.
And yeah, other than that,
I thought it was going to be a Gazelle.
Unfortunately, not a great rep. But we'll take what cash we can get. That was probably about
listen to me.
$500,000, maybe 600K in total. Really doesn't do much for you, but not even a kill in value. But we'll take it.
Back to check in with a nice moment here of FaZe. Curious to see on the horizon.
It is expected that you perform a lot then.
As we move on over to see what the boys are up to.
That is
now,
a
8 minutes on the timer clock for Tide Prison. you're not
Alive.
necessarily going to see teams looking to
How is
combat
small
each other.
Ivy today?
Typically, it occurs in the final minute and a half, 2 minutes, if we're lucky.
Well, hey, to that point, usually Zero Dam's like 5 minutes, and it was 60 seconds. So if tied person's usually, we'll give it a solid 2 minutes. This time,
You're not small. You are very small.
15 seconds. Talk
You
about
know
a bang
what?
out. That'll be
Perfect
fun.
head bat height.
Probably right. Probably right.
I think big things to play over right now. Again, we've got our GTI supply mission currently underway. And we also see, or we can see on our side, you actually can't see it currently, but for those that are curious, that water extraction, there it is on the map. Water extraction's in about 2 minutes. Should see a team maybe go for that. Might be FX now that they've cleared the south side and actually gotten some loot. I don't know. We'll see if anybody goes for it.
It would be cool if flagship missions gave you a point.
Forever's actually going to back up after some util has been thrown down by Team Liquid.
I was like, wait, are we going to see action? I don't know. Hold the line.
Like, imagine you're doing Briquez, right? And you're doing the doctor mission, right? That could give you a point. Right? Like, it's not worth it if it's like our position, but it still gives you something if you decide to do it.
Steadfast line covering so much space. Will they be able to take initial shots onto phase? Not 100% sure. We are still seeing some big items coming through from Team Liquid. You mentioned
Like, the only one I say that they shouldn't would be like Wallbreaker or something, you know? Wallbreaker's too easy of a mission. But I think something like, you know, Operation Ascended on the space, the Doctor mission on Briquez, like Raven mission, right? Those should be worth 1 point to do that, to do the mission. Like, it's like not worth it, but like if you get it, you get it, you know?
You need to go. Usually they send one out via water, northeast of the map. The solo extraction.
You go, mentor party, have fun.
That's where usually you would send like somebody like
Enjoy
Mendo who's
food.
got it. There's the 882 on your screen. But sometimes you're kind of trapped. You go wrap out by yourself. You get cut down again. You get to clear.
That's what
every
small
single
people would say.
corner.
Look who's
You have to
talking.
make
You
your
literally
way
have small
to
in
any
your
location
name.
on this map. So they may just play
The
together
small
and look to
Kai
grab
Lefort.
that value now, finding some kills.
Do it.
We have
Like
6 small
schoolyard
guys.
fight.
I've been collecting the guys like
Not for now,
Infinity
Team
Stones.
Liquid. I just want to see Hodsick.
If I wasn't socializing,
I
mean,
love
it can
Seneva.
be
Is
fun.
that a hot take, chat? You let me know. I'll catch up with you in 10 minutes. I think is how far you are behind us, roughly. So, it's a hot take that I love Seneva. I think it's so fun.
I love a good Seneva, and if you're in this lobby, you're probably a good Seneva. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
be like, just hook them.
Yeah. Okay. Footsteps above. W key
I think
forever and fade
Seneva
into the
works
first
because
big
no one
engagement.
is running a heavy pen weapon. Like,
Check
everyone's
two
running
for
like
now.
ASML, CI19. Like, no one's running like the Ash 12, you know what I mean? Like, an Ash would 2-shot the Seneva glass and you're
To be fair,
instantly
we
dead.
haven't approached the time to fight.
Do you make your bed first, or do you put your PC set up first? PC! So then you can play
Does
with
look
me.
like, as we
Iwi
both
never
talked
plays
about
with
it,
me.
predicted,
Iwi's always
FX is
busy.
in. All right. Listen, we got some loot. Let's get out. We don't feel like we have a position to take any of these engagements. Let's go get out
The
now.
hell
Here's
you-
the problem. I was about to say, Team Liquid.
Oh,
thinking the
good
same. Let's
take.
just get out via the water. Oh no, there's somebody over there. Bang, gotcha. One goes down. Our first fight. Sharks in the water looking for blood.
Don't play with
Yo,
you.
at first I thought it was the shark, but then we come back to this replay, and there is a
Yeah.
head. There's an M82, and I see utter
Huge
deletion.
headshot.
Great shot. We need to stick with that fight. Quick check in there with Nightmare at the top, but here's Team Liquid getting really
Okay.
aggressive.
Ooh, heal,
FX still a
heal,
duo.
heal.
Their third finally goes down to yellow after they get the cleanup or at least timeout. But a trade back.
Oh, that's not good. We should have waited.
Mendo. No more sniping. Shared extraction, but a big engagement on the other side. We'll check back and forth between these two fights. Associate Legends finds one on W Keep Forever and back into the engagement. Go on the wall.
Okay.
17
Seneva's
seconds on the
up.
clock. You can extract if you stay on red. Boy, gonna
Finish,
look to clean this one
finish.
up. And hope to not get shot in the back as the swimmer is down below. And oh no!
Ah, he got ganked by the side. Yes.
I think was last week, y'all. They're still reeling off all the action. When you put Chum in the water, they're going to get aggro. What is this? 1% of HP? This is disgusting.
He's gonna die to a bot. He's gonna be so funny if he dies to a bot.
Can he line them both up? No, gets the trade.
Okay.
Go back and forth. It's gonna be a close by himself. Unfortunately, Util lands perfectly. Nightmare.
Here.
Duo, and they stand tall against Leviathan.
Bro, like you. Do you see that? Definitely jumped into the plan. Fred's playing Mecha Chameleon on freaking prison.
At the exact same time, so that the casters are put into a blender. I'm having a good time though. We still got 2.5 minutes on the clock, and we've only got what, 4 teams?
Yeah, everyone only fights in the last 3 minutes on prison.
Forever's got their knock still up. You are 100% accurate. FaZe a team of 3, FX a team of 3, Nightmare a duo. Team Liquid, their duo said we're getting the heck out of here. But this is what I'm talking about. A nice reset from the boys at FX down in the middle of the reservoir. So with 2 minutes to go on the clock, how much
they're gonna try to wrap all the way around. They can make it with 2 minutes. With 2 minutes, they can reach the no bag if they want to take up the home.
So this is what when I said I was going to come back to something.
It's only if they're fast enough though. You have to like full spread.
Because Pecky actually finds the angle. Sudoku goes down. It snows too. Pops up, knocks him down. Could he
That's crazy. Okay. No.
Equal plays come swinging.
Wait, no. Okay. Wait, no, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Finally wipes
Let's go.
We're holding on for dear life, but a great job to find some value on the map before you're inevitably cut down.
Nightmare on 4 total kills. FX has 1. They've returned back towards this eastern side, but haven't necessarily committed a bit further.
Okay.
Here's the deal.
Now, Team Liquid need to end up perfect while Team Liquid get a brick and a Nightmare win game 5. I think that's the perfect world situation right now.
Would be kind of wild, but there is a possibility for FX to hunt down Nightmare.
I mean, it's literally nothing else to do besides fight. There is 45 seconds on the clock. FX, unfortunately, moving way too slow. They found the M82 off Mindo because he was the only player from Team Liquid that got knocked. Super unlucky. He loses the M82 on the map while the other 2 get out. FX, they need to be sprinting into this engagement or try to get out of the map. FaZe, able to find the first engagement, sneak around the corner, find equal plays, cut down. Mr. God, 1 HP in a dream, and the only player from FaZe with a dream for something in Tide Prison. He's actually able to get out of the way. Tamiozo, if we could quick check in up here, you can see 2 members of FX run together, while the third, Tamiozo, is way up on the northeastern side of the map, was trying to get his way to the extraction point in the construction area via water. He's too late, too slow. That M82 is not gonna
He's
leave
way too late. They went so late. They decided that's so late. If they went when I called it, they would have made it. I'm gonna wrap this.
It is kind of
actually a rapist. They would have made it. They would have had enough stamina. For shame. Because I do that play at 2 minutes.
Kind of that back-to-back moving forward where the brick rounds are occurring. If you kind of turned your fate around, you're feeling a bit more
it's like 2 minutes from the hole.
Great. Because you have
That's because it took like those extra 10 seconds to decide. They would have made it.
Is poised to do exactly what they did on Brackish with that brick. It's ending at 4.
Quickly move our way through 3, and in the third map, Nightmare find their way to being the best team as they found 4 kills, a team-wide plus some, nearly 900 damage and about $500,000 in assets, but only 2 players got out of the map, and those were Team Liquid. Finally had themselves a decent round. Team Liquid finding 2 kills, 2
okay, everyone, they're ready to sign in.
Assets. FaZe Clan. They pick up
because
not a bad rep from them as
it's
well.
time to beat the bots.
Forever too, only finding 1 kill. Finally, not having a great map from them.
Ooh, that is kind of tough for sure, but we look at our top killers and you are 100% right. We're seeing 2 members of Nightmare up in there, of course. Should look pretty similar on the top damage dealers. However, Socio does get into the top 3. Was constantly looking to open up engagements, but we'll see if Leviathan can continue to do that once we move towards Space City. In terms of our top assisters, it's really nice to see kind of Lucas in the mix there as well, sending down damage to help out the team rack up those kills. But I'm seeing a lot of Mr. Dio God across all of these.
Yeah, a great rep from Mr. Diagod and a great call out from you. You spotted it. Top player, 3 individual kills from Mr. Diagod. 1.5 million on assets straight into the safe box. That was that missile shell that he found early in the game. So great job from him to be able to pick up not only some supply points potentially with some of the compensation that comes through from the kills, but also 3 kill points as an individual. Very well done. Also, as a reminder for everybody else out there, folks, you can see it down below. Drop a follow on all major socials here with Delta Force. Not only the main channels, but also the esports channels. We got esports specific broadcasts going on right now. And of course, on socials, it's a great way to stay up to date on all things Delta Force Rise series. We also have a dedicated website you can go to, official website, scroll over to the esports tab, or just scroll down here on the Twitch broadcast and click those panels to see everything you need to know about the Delta Force Rise series. We're going to take a very short break here in the booth. When we come back, it's all metal bricks all day until we are done. Round 4, right around the corner.
I do cutscene. I need to see the equal cutscene. Oh, they didn't put it in, but they put in the WKF cutscene. That's crazy. Crazy comms. Crazy comms. Did you see that? They put in the freaking WKF cutscene. 220. Oh, you can't handle it. You got Ice and Eva go first. The Sediva what first? Yeah, it's like actually free. King Suite is Lyali Grove. Substation tech room is used on 0 down. And you left through the glass to see if there's a key card. What map is test range core key card used on Space City? Yeah, these are like baby questions. At M4?
Enemy got the mantle bricks. Find it. Stop them. Mantle bricks decoded. Nice work, operator.
The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
I don't think they're gonna burn their Tempest here.
What goes around comes around.
Not gonna do very much though. When you get barrel stuff, Skydie is getting aggressive.
knock them off their feet.
Welcome back, Delta Force Rise Series Americas, and we just wrapped up Tide Prison in our Survivor Stage 1. A chance for the top 2 teams to make it straight to Championship Sunday, straight to the finals, to be one of the 6 teams playing for the championship victory. A ton of cash on the line when we get there, but we got to get there first, and we are moving into Space City next. We are moving into our next Mana Brick round. And a chance for Nightmare to potentially close it out early, Tiff. I doubt it, but it is possible. Really excited to see this leaderboard, see where the teams currently land as we prepare for the next Mana Brick round.
I'm so curious because I'm not going to lie. I took a little bit of a lap and I saw my baby. I saw my husband. I was like, bro, honestly, Nightmare might close this one out. And looking at their squad points, they're at 18. They've got 12 kills. They're looking really solid into this. But the thing is, Leviathan, Team Liquid, WKey Forever, they've all had pop-off moments, especially in our series. We haven't got them yet from Team Liquid, but you know that they're capable of it. FX have been like silent assassins who, sure, they've been kind of slow moving, but once they heat up, they find those dang kills. Marino was looking so good in Zero Dam. FaZe Clan, on the other hand, sure, they're quick to the brick, but we didn't see them defend it on Brackish, but Space City is a new ball game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Totally different map. It'll play totally different, especially when everybody knows they have to have a Mana Brick if they want to be a top 2 team right now. So let's get into Space City and see who actually goes for that brick. And I don't think, I've got to assume, we will not see a
ball game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Totally different map. It'll play totally different, especially when everybody knows they have to have a Mana Brick if they want to be a top 2 team right now. So let's get into Space City and see who actually goes for that brick. And I don't think, I've got to assume, we will not see a free brick this time around. You have to play for that Mana Brick if you want a chance in this tournament. Now, good news for some of these teams that are maybe struggling. Team Liquid still bottom of the leaderboard. Reminder, folks, these are the teams that had pretty good group stages. They weren't good enough to skip all of this, and they weren't bad enough to where they had to play tomorrow. So everybody here that is not top 2 at the end of the day will play again tomorrow with MW and Team Nadeshot. So there is not an elimination round in any form or fashion, but to get any value out of this one, you've got to get top 2. The only other thing that people could play for is that $50 dynamic kill bonus that we've been using throughout the course of the entirety of the group stages as well. Every single kill per team will net that team $50. So a guy like Loco from Evil Geniuses, for instance, who has 60 kills, has earned that team $3,000 through that dynamic kill bonus. So a big thing to talk about. But let's talk about operators. We know that this is the most used comp. You can see it's been used 59 times. So you're going to see a Stinger, Luna, and Tempest on most teams, or some variants of Luna and Tempest and one other.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all. A ton of Tempest coming through. However, the teams that aren't guaranteed tier 1 spawns might not actually elect to bring a Tempest into this round unless they're hedging their bets that this could end early. It could be different because we do have a team coming into this in win condition. We did see FX bring a Luna into Tide Prison, so if they do here in Space City, they are going to be completely out of Lunas. We talked about the spawns. Who has the potentials for them? Fluxo and WKey Forever did burn their tier 1 spawns on Tide Prison. They're not going to be eligible for them here on the first map of Space City.
It's the only rule we've got about spawns, just to make sure that they're unpredictable and nobody can predict them. That's the same thing that I just said back and forth, but it is important. It is important. The only thing with our spawns is that you can't get tier 1s.
It is important to be unpredictable.
FX
and not predictable.
Red tier 1 spawns.
Does that even mean?
Technically the fastest way to the center of the map where the brick spawns. However, we've been seeing Space City play out a bit differently. Teams up in Central Command. There's T2 spawns, especially that northern one. If you just put your head down and run across that bridge and don't get shot, you may be the first ones to the brick as well. And we do know that both Westgate and Employee Passage 2, which are the T1 spawns, are also a dangerous spawn, because you can get shot very easily by a team up in dormitory or otherwise. So watch out. If you get T1 spawn, it doesn't mean that you are safe. It just means you have potentially the first push towards the brick. Now, folks, You know what time it is. It's time for more rewards. We've got another giveaway.
Code.
Delta tickets about to appear on your screen. You got to type in this code as fast as possible. It's a short one for Team In-Game or the official website. Only 15 of you will earn these Delta tickets.
I didn't make it. I lost.
Delta tickets.
I was so fast in.
Website, if you type it in
We got
fast enough. A lot of
cooked.
people watching on a bunch of different platforms. Plus, all of our watch parties. Big shout out to all of our watch party creators that are tuning in for the day. They're also able to see this, so you got to be real.
It's okay. I'm glad I got the reward once. I really wanted the emote.
We saw a near flawless perfection out of Nightmare when it came to procuring the first Mandel brick. But they weren't first to the brick. It was FaZe. FaZe escorted it to the decode station where Nightmare completely took it. But hold on. You were talking about being super quick off rip, and look at FaZe immediately pulling down Widows.
Yeah, a lot going on all at the same time. We had a big engagement there. WK Forever trying to shoot Nightmare in the back at Westgate. Didn't get much from it. Westgate successfully passed through.
Yeah, classic WK. Tried to shoot people in the back.
Employee passes two, lose one, but are able to pick them back up immediately. So no harm, no foul for the most part. But it does allow FX to sneak their way across through mid.
Nick, can you buy rip ammo for this tournament? It'd be kind of funny if you could.
They're into buoyancy. Quick look at the operators, though. A Tempest on every single team besides WK Forever, who think this is going to go a bit longer than maybe we're expecting. And a couple golds to boot.
Oh, Nightmare want to end this game. Like they're burning their golds.
Honestly, yeah.
FX is also burning their golds.
The gold helm or the gold armor, you definitely wanted to at least grab that gold ammo to put down some serious damage. Leviathan does get up Widows, which is great, but still make their way towards mid-map. Now, here's the deal. We did see some craziness over on the EMEA side of things. It was essentially Alliance playing from the top, waiting for someone to pick that brick up and then laying down the pain. For now, we are just a few minutes underway, and we still have not laid claim to that brick.
Yeah, brick is open and nobody's used their Tempest ults yet. They should be coming off cooldown already, so should see this pop in just a moment. Flip's taking quite a bit of damage through the smoke, unfortunately. Actually, FaZe way up at Central Command. But a couple quick notes. Now, I don't deem to know all the strategies of all of our teams, but to see a team that is as accomplished as Nightmare have a brick, invest a Tempest, and invest some of their golds, that is a telling sign they want to close out right now in 4. That is a lot of investment on a map that they don't have to take right now to still be in top 2 even. They want to win right here, right now. Now, you might be asking, why, Coach? Well, yeah.
Okay, huge pick.
Plays from Nightmare actually able to find the first one. Reno gets cut down. But the other reason they could do this is that they probably feel the
Get the pick, find it. Find the buddy.
Oh,
no.
Mendo finds an angle and actually gets traded out. Big engagement at our hands.
Okay.
In a minute here, Tiff, this fight
What is happening? My 2 teams.
Technically in the driver's seat as of
my 2 teams.
From multiple angles. Farmer Lucas waiting for equal plays to ruin Team Liquid's day.
Well, Equals answered back. They grab a knock onto Hodzik. They hit the full send of yellow. It's just boy for Team Liquid, but he moves on in, finds Farmer Lucas, who gets farmed himself. Bring in Nightmare, who's in win condition, down to a solo. Not over yet, but it does force them to be in a bit of a scramble.
Fighting. No, it's like when your parents are fighting and you're like, no, stop fighting.
On it for Nightmare,
okay.
And Equal clutches up with a massive 1v1. Now the reset
I think
comes
it's
through.
the gear type. They actually unironically gear type.
This decode, and to the north
like they would have, Nightmare would have lost if they didn't have gold.
I had this really
they actually gear type. Oh no.
Nightmare and Team Liquid said, shut the heck up. We're getting aggressive. What an important early engagement for Nightmare to win, especially with all that investment I was talking about with golds and Tempest. Equal plays yet again being that guy. What a clutch up moment. But you're right, it's allowed FaZe
no, please, they're like unable to perform because they cheat on fighting but not rats. You have to find the rats, get the free kills, and then you keep moving, you know? We do not need to fight this team. Like, you can kill the other 4 teams.
Employee passage probably getting peeked at right now while Leviathan tries to cross it. FX are going to be rotating around the other side of Central Command. So we see Diogod playing quite literally as far to the northern side of the map as you can. But the important place to be looking right now is where is Leviathan and how aggressive are they being? Here they come. Cross employee passage, taking quite a bit of damage.
Goodbye, Socio. The distance on that is crazy. We just get absolutely yeeted back. All right, for now, things start to simmer a bit. We've had a minute expended on that decode. We're down to a 3-minute margin. And what this has allowed is some of our teams to make progress on their rotation up towards this side. You do still have FX lurking on the north, wrapping through that central command building. WK Forever, they're in dormitory. They'll be here eventually. Give them like 3 to 5 business days. Hopefully someone can swap a decode and they'll be there. Leviathan is still kind of fresh off that Tempest ult for Socio and haven't necessarily committed to head up north yet.
Our closest teams, technically FX and Central Command. Let's do a quick vibe check with Snows, who's on your screen now.
Honestly, I'm not worried about the survival stage. We are just going to take down everyone who's in front of us until we get to the finals.
Fair enough. Not worried about it, and I wouldn't be worried about it either if you get this brick for free. I don't think that'll be the case. But so far, FX is the closest team, and we know they don't get really aggressive unless they find an opening, so...
Nightmare got 2 violet blood, though. I don't think they're in a position to challenge this brick.
All quiet. Wow,
Because 2 people can
has
full die.
to a team of 3. So, they're kind of heating up.
Yeah, they actually just gear checked. If he didn't have gold made, he would have lost.
The power of wind
4-7.
Yeah.
It's actually, they actually just gear checked.
All of Team Liquid, too, so they actually have a decent
Oh, no.
It's actually a big question if you go for this engagement or not. You know you can't lose right here, obviously. But you could lose a ton of investment that you've already gotten some value out of. But again, I go back to that nuanced point I was making with Team Liquid. They wanted Team Liquid out of this lobby. They want Team Liquid to have to fight another day tomorrow. And one way to secure that when you know they're at the bottom of the leaderboard is, yes, wipe them, but also just close out the match now. Them and Leviathan not in a position to get second via tiebreakers. So Nightmare want to win right here. And I think they're going to come get a piece of this action as FaZe and FX go for a big fight. 60 seconds on the clock, and it looks like
Yeah,
FX,
no, they hear the shooting. They know it's not like only one person holding the brick. Only one team, so they know at least 2 teams.
No steal, no knock, and WK Forever is now at the backs behind FX. They haven't actually isolated them just yet, but this should push the equation towards FaZe. 30 seconds on the clock, and you're 100% right. Nightmare's in there, but instead it's FX who targets them. Hello? Do you not want to prolong this engagement? No, probably not. You don't know if it's going to end or not.
You gotta go for a steal, and nobody's gonna get there in time. Who could it be? Snow's just gonna sit on the decoding station. The disarm comes through, doesn't connect. Here comes FX finally. Marino peeking the corner, not seeing somebody there, and the smoke on it. 6 seconds on the clock. A barrel stuff, a disarm, anything to save the steal. Final 2 seconds. Barrels in the bodies of their opponents. FaZe hold on for dear life, and they get the brick. FaZe in second place overall, looking to make it first by wiping the rest of this lobby, but they're down a member.
But here's the deal. It doesn't matter what happens throughout the rest of this, because if it ends in our next Space City round, we already have our top 2 teams. If FaZe or Nightmare close it out,
And
they're the
just sit
only
on
2
the
teams
nade?
with bricks. We found our top 2 for
He actually
finals.
saw
So
the nade
someone
and he's
is
like,
going
nah,
to
I'm
have
just gonna
to
sit on it.
absolutely ice up
Oh,
after
it's because
this
he's pincered. He
force us
can't.
for more
He can't
hits.
lose, so he chose to decide. Well, that's crazy.
Yet again to FaZe. FaZe able to wipe all of FX, who couldn't get anything.
WKF is here. Sitting equal in the back again. That's too funny. Tim's always getting shot in the back. Too funny.
Bulletproof glass. Other counterparts, WK Forever, push from the opposite side.
That's too funny.
Ooh, that is absolutely crazy, though. And our squad points are going to be incredibly important if we do see a tiebreaker later on. But Nightmare, it's the reset on to equal, finds a couple of kills. And still, Socio, you heard from
this guy just missed like all his bullets. I heard comms of this guy, and that guy I don't like. I don't like Socio. His comms are not good for team building.
3 teams of 3.
I won't leak them, but it is not good.
Cleared away.
Yeah, he is not very. I'll just say he's a very selfish player. He doesn't play with the team.
3. I'm not sure who has the advantage. I would argue to say that Nightmare is probably in the worst position as they are pinned down between 2 different teams. And here comes the fully aggressive push from Crab. He's going to get 1, almost 2. Finally,
okay.
Answer back and get a full wipe actually on Crab.
Okay.
But Nightmare down to a
people,
solo.
You need this. You can't let him do this. Okay, he finished.
Double cleanup, so DW down, Farmer
He might just go no bag.
Equal plays last alive.
It might just be smart to go no bag here.
Only team of 3 as WK Forever lose 1, potentially 2. No. Nice trade back there, Peaky.
A 1v2v2.
Still able to keep himself on his feet.
Definitely something to
But you
said
also
there,
don't want WKF to have all the value.
Leviathan immediately coming over here and trying to see what can happen. They pick the knockup onto the Tempest who reses themselves, and Leviathan is back up to a team of 3. So we have a trio, we have a duo, and then we still have that solo of Nightmare.
A quick look at Equal Plays and where he's at. He's actually on the bridge.
Does he have any value on him? Okay. Yes. The dead Kaiba.
And Leviathan easily in the best position to wipe the rest of this lobby. Problem is, you never know what Equal Plays can get away with.
It's actually true. Bro could cause some shenanigans to happen off the backs of this last Space City, and with plenty of time on the map to make it happen. That's what's been different about the Americas, is these people are getting their bricks, but they're getting them in such a quick pace that it kind of just opens up so much time for these engagements to happen throughout the map. And with the majority of our teams wiped, like FaZe, like FX, like Team Liquid, who went out first, it just makes for such an interesting dynamic when comparing it over to EMEA this morning.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've played 2 maps, Mandelbrick rounds, and we've only seen 1 steal in total. And it was Nightmare on Brackish at the very beginning of the timer. Other than that, I mean, nobody even stole anything in this one. FaZe just grabbed the brick, planted it, and nobody got there in time.
Fair. 2 teams in win condition once we drop into round 5. But for now, it's all about who's going to survive long enough in this map. Rack up some extra KP. Should we go the distance? Should we see a 3rd team emerge with a Mandelbrick? You're going to want to break those tiebreakers, and Nightmare already has
I think depending on the value that Equal has, she should take no bag just to make sure that the other team can't take no bag.
Yeah, I'm looking at Equal Plays.
Or he defends the switch.
He has a gold helmet. I don't know. Unless he's got a crazy amount of loot on him, which I don't think he does. It's probably worth him staying on the map and going for kills. If he would have been fully decked out, like if he had gold chest piece as well, there's a chance he has one in his inventory and his
He did have a gold chest. This guy's not paying attention. Equal had a gold chest. This is his purple swap that he got from Team Liquid. This guy is not paying attention. Don't listen to this guy. Wrong comms.
You're trying to break tiebreakers.
Now, unironically, wrong comms.
Yeah.
His gold is already fully broken because he got ratted from WKS.
Just being kind of tied up on 16 and 2 points behind them is FX. Team Liquid is kind of the biggest threat, like you were mentioning, but has not been able to find any momentum in our series here today. Good thing they do have 2 days to make it happen. But this is just
Eagles just gonna wait at the switch to make sure they can't get out, and then is gonna take no bite.
The last remaining player from WK Forever. Hiding out in Central Command, while Equal Plays is getting the heck out of here. So thinking that his bag is impactful enough, theoretically, to potentially extract. Now, that is a bit tongue-in-cheek, because he's probably going to have to go out via no bag, but still. We'll see what he decides to do.
He is fully proud. What do they do?
They're just going to inch up very.
I mean, you have to wrap around. You have to be very slow.
Arm strength, 100%. Crawling prone.
Oh,
come on.
Hello?
Sir.
He's prone! You see him? No, he's going to get out! Oh my goodness, that's so unlucky. He looked like a piece of dirt.
WKS.
Oh,
Truly,
just out of frustration, frankly.
Classic WKS.
You hate
Hey, they're not used to shooting people that don't move.
No,
You know, they used to.
not like this.
trumpets are playing, man. Oh, that's brutal. We've all been there. You just miss it. You just glance over, like, why would somebody be prone to that?
Wow.
But that is so unfortunate.
You can't even shoot them when they're on your screen. Only when you see them moving.
Seabots goes down.
Wow.
As a solo and Leviathan as a trio, and guess what? That solo has left the lobby. So
I think bro wants MVP. That's why he extracted.
That he had on him gets out of the map, and therefore.
I don't know how much lead he got,
It's gonna
but
be a looting game for Leviathan, which I think they've already secured quite a bit of gold.
they can't even. They can't pull switch, so.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate.
That's how you go moved early, so that you can make sure that no one could pull the switch.
We did see one run out, go Nightmare, preserve what little
So
you
it's
can.
less about him extracting and more about him griefing the other two teams.
And we're just gonna frolic the map here.
Oh, he doesn't have enough. 1.7. I mean, he saves his gold army. That guy has bad comms.
Nightmare at the very beginning.
He said the equal had purple armor. No, he had gold. It was just fully broken.
Once that fight broke out, those are the two teams.
It was fully broken twice.
Was just like, oh, okay.
Once by Team Liquid and the other by WKO.
And Nightmare wins.
So,
win it pretty quickly too. But
so they wanna keep it as a swap. Don't listen to this guy.
Grab the brick, and they go all the way up north where they know they're alone. Everybody has to rotate to them, but everybody rotates slowly because they know they can get shot in the head from distance. And you saw equal plays marksman rifle. It hits like a dang truck. Rotate a bit too slowly, thinking somebody else is going to do something. Somebody could steal it to reset it. No, you're not going to get any of that. FX just a hair too slow. Yet again, FaZe get a free brick.
Also true, but I mean, look, here's the deal. FaZe was the first team to jump on that brick back in brackish. Guys, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be able to get these words out when it comes to bricks and brackish.
I don't think he'd be sitting
I'm not gonna lie. I think us dropping and wrapping was fine, bro. It's just nobody moved from the brick. You know what I mean? What do you think, Widows? What do you think?
I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, bro. You got it.
So what do you think? You think it's wrong or what?
I think we should have stayed employee. Like, let me bring back an old match. One time, we should have just went in. Remember when we should have went in Brack on game 7? It's the same thing. We have to do it ourselves, bro. No one else is gonna do it for us. You know what I mean? I still think it was kind of safe if we got to employee, to be honest. I think what we did was just too.
Ooh,
I like that.
Hindsight 2020, a peek behind the curtain. Some nice healthy discussion as they realize that they can't extract. So we maximize our safe boxes and discuss, was it the right play or the wrong play? And we know for sure that it was the wrong play, given the circumstances.
He's not moving today.
Would have been right if one thing goes differently, Tiff. One steal, and are they in a better position?
And I love it. They're like, okay, but like, what's your opinion? And they talk immediately about what has been happening historically. And it's all about
if I pull up with the freaking comms this guy has,
I'm like, what are you guys working
and
on?
this guy's commute low-key run.
Doing our own lane, making sure that we are the ones to handle that brick. We cannot count on anyone else looking for a decode, grabbing a swipe, because sometimes it just doesn't happen. It's what we saw in Brackish. It's what we saw in our first Space City round. And now FaZe absolutely vibing, knowing that they are one of the teams that grab a Mandel brick. And if it ends next game, there's a good chance we're locked into the finals, as they were the best team in round 4 of Space City.
Yeah, and again, I'll give the credit to this FaZe team. They've had their ups and downs through group stages. They have been playing aggressively for this objective. They know the win condition. They're going to do it themselves, put the brick in their hands, and figure out the rest later. And it's worked out this time, whereas it didn't work out the time before. Nightmare not able to be there to play spoiler because they had that early engagement against Team Liquid, and nobody else able to make the first move to really threaten them until the timer was just a bit too low. Now, as we look at our overall stats, Nightmare not the biggest winners because they didn't get the brick, but in terms of points, absolutely. Nightmare pick up 7 kills, equal plays, 4 of those, going huge for the team to jump them continually up this leaderboard as a team with already a mantle brick. They find their way well above their opponents in phase in total points because of equal plays and the heroics of Nightmare.
Yeah, definitely some good shouts there, but I think that time of trying to hit a reset at the very start of the map is the sole reason why they were not there to try and jockey for that decode initially. They showed up incredibly late, but that's okay, right? There's still some more rounds to be had as we look at our top assisters. You've got W Key Forever, Crab in the mix, some Nightmare as well. C-Bots kind of rounding out our top 3, but honestly, our asset earners, are we surprised? Equal does escape the map thanks to a nice little extraction over at Horizontal Test Workshop. You drop your backpack, but you still grab a nice 1.6 mil.
Yeah, great shot from Equal Plays. Great heads-up play there, too. Again, I couldn't see his inventory, so I didn't know if it was the right play or the wrong play. Frankly, getting out and saving any golds is a great play, so he will find his way to match MVP with not only the assets gained, but also the 4 kills that he was able to pick up. Now, chat, you all are way delayed behind us, okay? So I know that. I'm seeing a lot of folks flaming FX for not getting aggressive. Can I give you a counterpoint? I agree, kind of, but the counterpoint is you can say the same about every other team as well, okay? This is part of this format. You've got to play for the brick. You've got to do it yourselves. You heard Leviathan talking about it in the comms. Everybody's saying the same thing. We cannot rely on our opponents to do the dirty work for us. And FX were the first there who could have been able to do that, but everybody else was too late as well. So this is an everybody problem as of current. And I think some of the nerves showing, Tiff, because this is the first chance for some of these teams to say, oh no, we may not make the finals if we don't make things happen today. We're going to head to a very short break. When we come back, folks, it's going to be another Space City round. Could be our last map of the day. Don't miss it.
It was unironically a gear tech. That way makes me so sad. Because I'm pretty sure if Aaron had gold, he probably would have lived 1 extra bullet. The guy lives with 1 HP, they both... It was like a gear tech. He would have had 1 extra bullet. I need Team Liquid to lock in. I need 2 of my good teams to not get cooked. Like it would have been a lot closer if Aaron wasn't gold. Like it was still already close, you know?
Nice work, operator.
The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
It was rough though because they took that fight, they weren't able to get into position in time to challenge the break. So that was rough.
What goes around comes around.
I guess they were so aggressive about that fight was because he controls centrifuge, he got control of the brick if it's planted in the middle, but the brick wasn't planted in the middle, so
Welcome back, Delta Force Rise Series America's region here with the Survivor Stage 1. Just wrapped up our first Space City round, and you can see smiles on the faces of FaZe as they discuss their game plan going into the next one, because they did just pick up the brick, and it was a free brick for the most part. They did ward off the final push in the final 2 seconds. But other than that, no steals coming through in our first Space City round.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. If you think back to the very beginning of it, we lose Team Liquid early, so they're not able to really get a move on this leaderboard. They're still down to not even double-digit squad points. 5 kills on the board for them, which is super uncharacteristic, but I feel they've been getting a little targeted in some of these fights, and some small mistakes might be happening. We'll see if they can wake up here and maybe net themselves a Mandel brick and try and get the tiebreaker on squad points. For now, it's Nightmare at the top with a brick and 26 squad points. FaZe Clan after their brick, they're about 10 squad points behind, but moving into our next Mandel brick round.
Nightmare might just be playing for squad points. They don't even need the brick.
What we had, you did see a couple Tempest being invested. WK Forever still has
Like, that's what I would make the comp for if I was like, and I was like an analyst for their team, right? Like, your lead is big enough that you don't need a second brick. Your job is to deny the brick from other teams, you know? You deny the brick, any team, you only deny FaZe from double bricking, right? Like, you deny FaZe from double bricking, you're guaranteed top 2. Do you have another code? No. You don't need another. There's no more cuts. Until tomorrow.
We go back-to-back 5 and 6, where not everybody will have a Tempest.
So I would not even burn a Tempest yet. I'd burn a turret in Game 6. Because if FaZe is gonna pull something, it's gonna be Game 6. Right? So I would not burn your Tempest here so that you can match FaZe, because...
But it doesn't mean you'll get the brick first. Because, hit a T3 spawn up at Printing Room.
Yeah, they have space.
Stay patient. They're the first to the brick, first to the brick into the decoding station, and second to getting a brick.
That's true. I mean, they were just very efficient with getting to that Mandel brick. And of course, it was delayed a bit because we've been kind of conservative on whether or not we should pick up the brick right away. We did see it go pretty quickly in Brackish, but hey, you never know what we're going to see here in round 5.
I saw a Raptor and a Nox.
I'm seeing a lot of
Which team do you think that was?
So now it's time to prove your worth in Season 2 of the Delta Force Rise series. Go get a piece of the action. Let's really test your mettle and see how good you are. Come join us here with the Delta Force Rise series as registration opens on August 10th. Don't miss your chance to compete. You can also follow Delta Force on all major socials to stay up to date on all things Rise series. Also those esports channels as well. But open registration August 10th. That is a day after Championship Sunday. That is Monday for over here in the North America time zones. But let's get into the action here. Top 2 make it straight to the finals and skip our Survivor Stage 2 tomorrow. And currently only 2 teams with a brick. 2 teams that can close it out.
Well, we shall see. Nightmare and FaZe are the teams you need to be very apprised of. And over here on the side for Dormitory and Westgate, Nightmare's going to be coming from the west. In terms of FaZe, they're mid-map, very proximity heavy towards that Mandel brick. FX, you guys have been saying it's been moving a little slow. You want to see them get aggressive. Look, they're finding some nice engagements. They just haven't net themselves a brick just yet.
Yeah, and again, at least FX was close to the brick last time. Everybody else was too far away to even play for it. So
true.
Blame them all you want, but
yeah, because freaking Team Liquid and Nightmare were fighting his interviews.
Turned around and took an engagement in Dormitory. So T1 spawn being used for an engagement rather than going for the brick first. So WK Forever, who now definitely have a Tempest. Nightmare, the only team to not use their Tempest, which means Nightmare and WK
Yes, yeah, like I read this correctly.
If we get to
they only need to screw over the other teams. They don't need the brick. Like, it'd be nice to get the brick, but they literally do not need the brick. They just need to make sure they just screw over everyone else trying to get the brick. Like, if this is a no brick map, that's a win for me. That's a win for Nightmare.
I have seen this go towards Test Workshop, and it has been a pretty flawless hold. If that happens, and we go the distance to another Space City, look at the squad points. FaZe and WK Forever are currently tied.
Yeah. I think this map is actually going to dictate a lot. There's definitely going to be some fights down here. I think everybody was frustrated with the way the last map ran. I think we're going to see a big bang out around this engagement. The problem is WK Forever in a huge power position.
How do you commit into this? I think you have to go to Hudson and take the road down.
And
There's
again,
not a
credit to
lot
them.
of places where you
FX, look
can
at 'em.
rot.
They're going to be the first
Like you'd have to
team
go
rotate for
like
brick.
here,
FX
You see that
usually
chat?
and then you
a
go
slow
like, oh, you guys
team.
can't see my mouse.
They're
And
playing
it's
for the
like you go
objective,
here
and at
down this
least if they add to
bridge,
that, we're Nightmare
right? And then
playing
you
top drone
like
card.
run
They're
down
not
here,
worried
and
about
then you
closing
take
this out right now.
this.
They're not
If
worried
you
about who
take
gets the
this
brick.
area,
They know
you
that if
you
FaZe
can
get the brick,
you
they
can hold
win.
the brick.
They know that if anybody else gets the brick, they're still in the top 2 position. Nightmare probably not going to show up to this engagement, whereas everybody else should.
They're also not playing with a Tempest this map either, so they are just chilling. They'll probably show up into the later half of this when the decode starts to get kind of spicy, but every other team has a Tempest. A lot of teams investing gold into this because this is the time to shine. If you are outside the top 2, sure, you live to see another Survivor match day tomorrow, but the goal is finals. When there's 60K for first place on Sunday, you do everything you can to get there.
Yeah, I mean, your guaranteed prize money doubles if you make it to Championship Sunday. So 10K even if you get last
And the
place
bro's
on the
about to die
finals
to a
day.
bot. The
5K
Bill
if you
almost
miss
died to a
out.
bot. Did you see that? He has a hate 30
WT Forever
HP.
still the only team around the brick. FX closest. They've actually wrapped all the way over to launch area. On this back angle, gonna make WK Forever think twice
No.
about
And
getting shot from the
WX's
left
forever.
front and to the right. Now got to hold multiple angles with FX making this rotation, and it allows FX to not get pinched
2 minutes left.
by, it looks like it's going to be Leviathan coming in from the north. Should see them pop up on your mini map in just a second.
Be kind of interesting, but our teams that are in win condition,
No
one still
one
in the
is
very far
in
north of Central
position.
Command Building, that is going to be Nightmare FaZe, currently mid-map Space City. And with
Oh, they're
just
giving
at
up a
about
lot
1
of
minute,
space.
30
They're not
seconds to
playing
go
the
on this
bridge.
decode,
Wait,
if
they're
one of
lucky
these
trolling.
teams
When you
doesn't
have this
vie
brick
for it,
spawn, you should be playing
then
bridge.
we are basically cracking open a crazy amount of time for Space City for our teams to just fight each other.
Yeah, it's a weird engagement too, because I don't think FaZe show up here either. If it's Nightmare, if FaZe were like, oh, if that's Nightmare to cut it, cool, we get second. And if it's anybody else, we're still in a good position on the leaderboard. Here comes steal from FX. Marino gonna prove all the haters wrong, play for it, and get it. Tempest ult, well invested. A nice steal.
And see, like, Nightmare is just lurking around. Here comes Leviathan. They have Tempest ult as well, and looks like they're gonna find some nice purchase with it as they steal the decode. And every time that decode
Like,
happens,
why are
and we
you
change
playing
hands,
so far
that timer
back as
is gonna decrease
WKF,
again
you know?
until we get to 1 minute 30. And
Like, you should
WK
be
Forever
here.
try to take it
Like,
back.
you should be
Tempest ult
holding the bridge.
denied.
They're lucky trolling.
Tempest ult denied. Self-res will come through. Everybody still with a full team of 3. And now we're starting to see everybody show up. Hey, the brick's been stolen a couple times. It's not a free one? Yeah, let's go get involved. Even Nightmare going to show up late to this party. I think the only team now not interested at all is FaZe. Nightmare wrapping from Water Tank. You can see them, you saw them in X-ray there just a moment ago. Still a little ways away, but they're on the way. Team Liquid, you see them now on your X-ray, straight across. They've worked their way into Test Workshop as well. Playing the far eastern side, northeastern side, if you will. By Eastern Suspension Bridge. But right now, Leviathan is currently decoding, and they've got a nice little cheeky angle through the window.
Dude, FaZe have sent up full north as well.
Yeah, they're out of here.
They're like, yeah, I don't want any part of it right now. Maybe I'll show up later. Even Nightmare, they go, they take some info, and they're like, yeah, I don't know if I want to get involved in this. Because when you've got 4 teams over by Horizontal Test Workshop, waiting for some ults to come off cooldown, ooh, it's going to get messy here in a bit.
Again, it's just that weird position on the leaderboard where you're like, okay, I'm already a top 2 team. I don't really care what happens here, especially if you're Nightmare because of how much points you have on the board. If I'm FaZe, I'd probably play for this, but
Yeah,
matter what I
but
would do.
Nightmare's
That's what
here to
players
make
do.
sure that FaZe
Window
isn't here.
invests his
You know
ult
what I
to
mean?
Go recon. Doesn't see much, unfortunately. We'll have to wait for that to be on cooldown to actually go for a steal here. Leviathan peeking a window. And that is the only way they're holding it. Here goes FX. They're going to smoke it. One goes out in front. They know he's inside. Eclipse. Does he still have the angle? He's going to be able to shoot Marino here with the smoke, give him the full cover. FX going for the steal. Leviathan trying to hold it from the outside.
Good
FX do
steal.
get the steal, and they don't even get the knock. The smokes apparently pretty valuable. My goodness, another steal. 2.5 minutes on the clock.
FX kind of licking their wounds, all reunite on top of each other, turtled under the cover. But here's the deal. Every time we've seen it change hands, you also see another team going for it. But hello to the north we go.
Okay.
Nightmare has found FaZe on a northern rotation, and if they can just deal the finishing blow to Sudoka, this is done, and out FaZe have been
They know it
eliminated.
doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter who goes the break now. They do not care. They're just here.
Assuredly is not going to show up to this fight, in my opinion. I mean, maybe if this keeps getting stolen.
No, they're gonna show up to just get more points.
There's still 10 minutes.
They're just gonna show up.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
They're just gonna show up and grab.
They know that
Don't listen to this guy. They're gonna show up and just farm more points.
So now do you say, okay, we don't really want a third team with the brick. Let's go play for it. Or do you say, well, my competition's out, so we're chilling? I don't know, but the rats are in and it pays off. FaZe, unfortunately, not able to clear their quarters and walking straight out in the open, not thinking anybody would be over here. Lure Rocket does just enough damage. Boom!
Let's go.
That's passion.
We got a brick, though.
Passion.
WK forever in control, 60 seconds.
That means we're probably reached the minimum decoding
His
time
camera
at a minute 30, which
was
means if we're going to be
freaking moving.
hands,
Why
you're
the
not
hell
really
what
gonna be
he
able
said
to
something?
maximize
Did
those
you see
cooldowns.
that?
You
Your
have to
camera
do
was
whatever it
wiggling.
takes, Crab. Looking for some crazy angles to be able to hold the line here.
He's
Now with
too
multiple
happy.
teams, the only team I haven't seen
He's like
necessarily
slapping
go
his
for the
desk.
exchange
He's
is
like,
Team
yeah,
Liquid.
let's go. And then the camera's like moving.
Their mini-map right now, and they're actually going to get shot here by WK forever. Smokes are in, but they're not
No,
covering it
no,
enough.
no,
Barely
no.
holding on to his life.
Please.
One player low.
Okay, good
On the
again.
backside, WK forever at risk of being wiped, but also at risk of getting the brick. 20 seconds on the clock. Team Liquid coming in the backside. They get wiped.
Okay,
WK
just
forever, no,
one more,
still
one more.
Up. Tempest alive. Peaky holding the angle on the decoding
Someone has to stop the
station.
break. Go,
Can
go.
anybody get the steal? Yes, it's going to be Marino yet again.
Okay.
A nice steal. We are
Okay, now WKF is in a horrendous spot.
30. Nightmare electing
Let's
not to go for this.
go.
Does not want to be involved in the chaos and instead rotates back up north. Now, just Leviathan, FX, Team Liquid, and the solo of WK Forever going for position.
They're gonna go back to their routing bays.
Assuredly, no questions asked. They will still be
Look
in
at
first
this.
place at the
That is in a track behind the cave.
The rest of these teams desperately
Too funny. Goodbye.
to be able to beat out.
They know exactly where this guy is. Yeah, goodbye.
Have to have a mantle brick now. Assuredly.
Which team are we cheering for? We're cheering for. We're cheering for Team Liquid and Nightmare. Mostly for Team Liquid right now because Nightmare already pretty much guaranteed. Okay, nice job, Mendo. They're locking in now. Look at they got so many points already. They just need a brick now. The Team Liquid, you need this break.
Waiting out some util. The smoke's still landing. He's gonna prone out. Tempest
No, he went too late.
Mendo trying to
No,
and gets punished for it. FX at risk of being
the
wiped,
smoke
though,
wasn't on the thing.
just the Luna up and running. Yurimura says, if I can just run away, maybe nobody will go for the steal. Maybe, just maybe, we'll still get the brick. 5 seconds on the clock, but Team Liquid know it. Back to 90
Okay, okay.
They
WWW.
move in, they go for the res, and it opens the door for Leviathan. You can see them
Okay,
kind of start
Team
to lay
Liquid.
claim, start to push a
Get
bit
this
forward.
break,
Eclipse
get this
looking
break,
for
lock
angles
in.
if we can make it happen.
They're in a good
But Team
spot.
Liquid get the reset.
Mendo
They
didn't
have
get
plenty
wiped.
of kills, and also, dare I say,
This is a
Ghost,
hard
Nightmare
angle to
has
hold
hit
down.
mid-map.
Yeah, I mean, if I know we keep talking about Nightmare Chat, and we haven't seen them on main hardly at all. Well, it's just because they're the team on win condition. And they're probably thinking, oh, people are playing for the brick? Let's just go in and clean up the mess. If we show up late enough, don't really care if somebody gets the brick before we get there. They keep stealing, might as well. Nothing else to
No,
do.
please. We just
We'll
need
tune
them
into
to
the fight
get
here at
one
hand, but
break.
Don't be surprised if those great
Team
Nightmare
Liquid just
players
need one
sneak in
break.
and do some dirty work from the backside.
Well,
That's it.
considering, look at our lobby. Leviathan and Team Liquid, a team of
Here they
3.
go.
FX down to a solo. And you've got ults in hand. We're activating. We're looking for the steals through the frags. And
Okay,
straight up
good swing
pounced
here.
on.
Yeah, great play from Boy there. Oftentimes when the util comes through, if you just put a body on decoding stations, you're going to be able to hold it. 20 seconds on the clock. Here comes equal plays. Wiping.
Okay.
No, not wiping, but getting a kill. Next
Okay.
angle, Yuimura still alive, barely breathing for FX, but this could be the nail in the coffin. This could be Team Liquid getting the mantle brick. Nightmare
5
not
seconds.
worried about the brick. All they're worried about is getting kills and wiping the rest of the lobby. They're looking for those
More
tiebreaker
points, more
Team
points.
Liquid sneak in the backside. get a couple
Yes.
kills,
Okay, this is perfect.
hold the
This is
line.
perfect.
Like a
Okay,
pouncing
our two
leopard
teams are
jump on top
cheering
of the
for
decoding
it.
station to
I
hold
want
it
to do
and
it.
steal that brick
Okay,
away. Team
we
Liquid
are
right at the
okay.
bottom of the leaderboard. Basically nothing to write home about. And the
We
first
just need a
couple
5
rounds, they
points.
find their way
5 points.
to be a top 3 team in this lobby with a mana brick in hand.
And the difference
Let's
maker
go.
is FaZe is gone. Team Liquid is up. And they just were able to grab a couple of more squad points, especially getting some kills for once.
We need a couple of squad points.
Moving with
They
that
got
brick.
FaZe.
They would break the
They got
tiebreaker
like
if it
8
ended
points.
legitimately right now against FaZe.
That's a really good play from Team Liquid to take the most southern position. This is just going to be the most advantageous position where you
And they
can't get
both
third
teams
party.
just need to play
Unfortunately
for play for points
Nightmare
now.
showed up. So they come through the
Ideally, Team
backside,
Liquid
and
gets a
Leviathan's
few
gonna
more
pinch,
points,
can't move out,
so
can't
that
rotate
just
out,
in case
tries to
FaZe.
jump the brick, can't. There goes Widow's running away. And Team Liquid gonna pounce on this just like they pounced on his teammate just a moment ago. Widow's running for the hills, running for his life. Gotta be some frustrated comms on the side of Leviathan right now.
Well, especially with what we had heard just in the prior match with them being last alive. They're like, we cannot count on anyone else doing this for us. We've got to pounce on it. And they do. They actually get super aggro. But Nightmare, who is just living up to their name, lurking like shadows amongst Space City this round.
Yeah, because they don't need to play for the brick.
threw them for a loop
Because they
there.
got tier 2 brick for free. And there's so many points. They just need to play for points. You just need top 2.
But they basically
This is it. This is it. The win condition. You literally just. Yeah, it's a 3v3. I'm okay with either team wins.
But a big fight on hand.
Let's
3v3, the final 2
go.
teams of 3 on the map. 3.5 minutes is plenty of time for a 3v3 engagement. And a lot of utility landing and equal plays hitting the wrap of a century. If he can find a clear line of sight, one can't quite connect, and now they know he's here. Team Liquid may be trapped, but they're still all on their feet.
Interesting. DW here on the screen. Now looking for a different angle. Gets poked, a bit of damage coming their way. They're covering angles because you've got DW across. You've got equal out towards the bottom right. And one still unaccounted for. And there's Lucas.
Bread, 1 bullet.
Ooh, he's close.
Waiting for the first mistake. Peek your head at the wrong time. Mendo's split. Equal plays split. But they know he's on the flank.
Oh, they're cutting for equal.
Engagement. Try to maybe play for this flanking player first. Equal plays, maybe feeling that pressure or getting the comms from Farmer Lucas. They are rotating out towards him. He actually backs off as well. Really great team play here from both of these rosters. Reminder, Nightmare does not have a Tempest.
They might just not kill each other.
Mendo is the Tempest for the side of Team Liquid.
Kind of interesting here. 2 minutes left on the clock. Do we see them continuously circle one another? Do we see this fight inevitably break out? It looks like Equal might actually be electing to kind of sit on that horizontal test workshop extract and wait to see.
He got out.
Oh, he leaves.
He snuck out of the map. That's hilarious.
Too funny.
On the flank, they try to find him.
He had to just take the Nova.
That is a small little victory there for Nightmare to save some of the loot value they had on the map. On the back of
He had to just not care. Too funny.
Shoot, dang it. They stole away some of our loot value. It's again, it may come down to tiebreakers like it did in EMEA. So any advantage you can get your hands on is a win.
I mean, we still have potentially 2 more games to go because we can go to a 7-game series, especially if WK Forever, Leviathan, or FX want to grab
Okay, Aaron got a
brick.
huge
See a
pick
knock,
there.
though. I see a trade. Mendo and Hodson. Can we find the rest of Nightmare? We do. We are the last 2 players left on the map. So not only does Team Liquid get themselves a Mandel brick here in round 5, we also grab a few kills to go alongside it, which are going to be so exponentially helpful.
This is perfect. Our favorite 2 teams are 1 and 2. So they both should qualify. One of them just needs to close it out. I just need one of these 2 teams to clean it out.
North, very passionately, we wrap around. We're changing.
We just need FaZe not to get the
They just know
break.
that they don't really care. They have a brick. They're winning a tiebreaker. We're sending a player out each and every time, maximizing our squad points, right? But by wiping FaZe, denying them access to getting more squad points, fighting Team Liquid, who have the most kills they've had in a game all day, will now win a tiebreaker if it ends in that next game.
Yeah.
And FaZe are out.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was a big loss for FaZe, and you saw the celebration to dictate that, right? It gave us a nod towards how important of a fight that was. So FaZe down means, I think, good news, frankly, if you're Nightmare. You know that nobody's going to be that close to you. But 3 teams now with a Mandel brick, 3 teams that can close it out. It could be a coin flip for the next round.
Okay, we just need 2 of the 3 teams we're cheering for. Just to finish, lock it out. Lock out WKS. Right there. Both our teams are in a good spot now. Okay, we just need to lock in. They both need to end this game.
Today, best team is going to be Team Liquid because they found 8 kills
Let's go.
on that map. 1.8 million in total in assets gained through safe boxes.
And they got the brick.
1,500 damage, and they get the brick. A banger map for the team in last place, now up into second.
Well, we knew they had the potentials for it. As you see that breakdown that culminated the 8, Mendo grabs 4, Boy 3, Hodzic 1, right? But a lot of value that has been thrown down from Hodzic. Nightmare even had a really nice game with 5 kills, equal grabbing 4. Nothing really for anyone else. 0 on FaZe, 0 on WK Forever, 0 on Leviathan. But our top killers, as you see, Nightmare and a heck of a lot of Team Liquid.
Yeah, so many fun little conversation points, stratagem points that I know these teams are talking about with who's where on the leaderboard, who we don't want to see into the finals, who we do. I don't know. There's a lot of question marks, and I'm just really pumped to get into the next map. But looking at total damage, Boy does find his way to over 700 damage. Great job from him. And Nightmare from Farmer Lucas there is able to pick up at least an assist that nets him a top spot. Equal plays, finding his way to this leaderboard with 0, but 1.4 million in total from equal plays as he sneaks out through Test Workshop, no bag, without anybody else able to rat him out or find him just in the nick of time. Save some of that loot value and also take away some loot value from your opponents. I like it, and that gives him MVP as well. 1.4 mil plus the 4 kills he got and plenty of damage. Nightmare looking like they are in final form, looking like the same Nightmare we saw through group stages. Really well done from these gentlemen thus far, but now there's 3 teams with a brick, and technically speaking, Nightmare is not fully safe. They're in a great position based on our score, but not fully safe. You never know what could happen.
It's true. We could see a game like Team Liquid just had out of a team that already has a brick. It ends, we see other tiebreakers come through. I don't know. Anything can happen. It is Survivor match day 1. Torches can get snuffed here.
100%. Well, folks, we're going to take a very short break, but when we come back, could it be the last map of the day, or will it be the penultimate one? You're going to have to wait and find out. We'll be right back in just a moment.
operator. The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
Is about to take the first hit the brink of the tournament. And they're going to do it.
What goes around comes around.
Not gonna do very much. Though. You get barrel stuff. Skydie is getting aggressive.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
There we go. Much damage, and there it is. Welcome back, Delta Force Rise Series America's region, and we are almost done with Survivor Stage 1. Top 2 make it straight to finals, but we've got 3 teams with the mantle brick. Will it come down to a tiebreaker, or will it come down to who just captures this next brick? Maybe 4 teams could have the brick as we move into potentially our last map. Tiff, talk me through this leaderboard. Nightmare in the best position.
They definitely are, with those 33 squad points, 24 of them being attributed towards kills. Team Liquid getting their first real chance to actually play the game, get some nice kills. They also get a Mandel brick and now are leading in second place thanks to those 20 squad points. FaZe, who had just grabbed their brick in a game prior with only 15 squad points, are now forced into a really precarious situation. If someone ends it here in our next round with a double brick, if we do not focus on getting as many kills and as much loot as possible, we could be seeing Survivor Match Day 2 instead of the finals.
100%. We move into the last map that has operator restrictions as well. That'll dictate a lot, and you can see here those operator restrictions on main. Nightmare and WK Forever will be the only 2 teams with a Tempest, a big boon going into round 6. Other key notables: half our teams still have a Luna that they can use. We know how valuable Luna can be, especially through all the smokes that get used on Space City and around this mantle brick. Nightmare will have basically a normal comp, whereas others will not. They're going to be using a Luna and a Tempest assuredly. Nightmare will. But other than that, it's going to be a mixed bag of whatever operators are left. Maybe an Allure still left here and there, probably being used. I'm excited to see what everybody decides to utilize in this potentially last round as we take a look at spawns.
And yeah, as you looked at the predictions, it was Fluxo and FaZe with tier 1s on the last map. Tier 3 goes the way of Nightmare. And you look at who has the potentials for getting those tier 1s. It's Team Liquid, Nightmare, Leviathan, and WKF. Nightmare did not bring in a Tempest in their last round of play. I'd imagine they're going to use their last slot of Tempest here on our next Space City. But as we pull that into it, goes, do we end here? Do we end here?
I think we do. I think you can't wager that somebody else is going to do the work for you. I don't think you can wager of like who's going for the brick and who isn't. If you put 4 teams on brick and you risk that, and some of these teams wipe the lobby and get a crazy amount of loot, you could even see a team like Nightmare get knocked out of their high horse. I think they're going to clutch up, and I think they're going to go for a win here. Nightmare in the best position to do it with the Tempest and with the brick already. WK Forever in the best position to be a team that has a Tempest and could take us to 4 teams with a brick and take us to map 7.
Well, let's see. We had a game 7 earlier for EMEA, but our spawns come through, and WK Forever is trying to move through Westgate. FX, who y'all kept saying was moving slow, we're sprinting.
Yeah, playing Dormitory there, you got to try to catch them, and honestly, they weren't able to pick up enough utility damage to really make this a threat. Marino noticing that. They're all the way through, no question. So, unfortunately, just slightly error there, but we'll follow them. We'll get a piece of the action as well. Mantle brick will be available to be grabbed here in the next, well, now. With that, let's see if anybody goes for it immediately. No, not risking going for it without Tempest ult. Should be off cooldown about now. Quick look at gear. It looks like Leviathan still have gold to use, which is nice. you see somebody missing gear on this screen, it's because their teammates could be dropping it for them, most likely. So don't be scared if Mendo's rolling in without a vest.
I'm scared. Mendo, please. Wear the vest. Well, purple's here for W key forever. No worries, though, as we have not had to worry about grabbing the Mandel brick just yet. For those that have brought in
Rooting for LSE. LSE
once
out.
those cooldowns
Yeah, root for LSE
start to come
next
through and
season.
ults pop up, we could see someone elect to grab the brick. Instead, we have a potential battle
They
of
need
the
Team
North
Liquid and Nightmare
with
to
Nightmare
end
and
us.
FaZe yet again.
Eco cooking? Yeah,
Remember,
eco cooking.
Nightmare did beat
He keeps
FaZe in
getting
the
ratted by
North on our
WTF
last
though.
map. Will we see an early fight breakout? I don't know, guys. It's a weird one in the Survivor.
Hello, Purple. How are you?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of pretty interesting discourse actually in the chat about win cons, why people do this, why people do that. Yeah, we're doing the hypotheticals as well. I do want to give you some like raw facts on the win conditions. Currently as it stands, if FaZe
Like,
or Team
unironically, if Team Liquid and or Nightmare show up, they should just let the other team take the brick. Because at the end, they both make it. Right?
Nightmare also make it to the finals. That's why Nightmare are not playing hyper aggressive. They're in the best position by far. So you can see where this knock did land. Team Liquid and FaZe need to clutch up this brick to assure that it doesn't go to tiebreaker because they could lose. Now, if a team that doesn't have a brick captured it, well, now we're in trouble with 4 teams positionally able to win a tiebreaker or go for the brick in the next map. Then you're a team like Nightmare, and unless you have a gigantic score lead still, you'll be in trouble. But this late in the game, if you win a map, you get a crazy amount of loot value, you find your way to the top of the leaderboard. Nothing is assured. Nice steal there for WKF.
And we get pulled on back thanks to our Tempest ult. Question is, where are we going? We've seen the decoding station up towards the right of Central Command Building. We've also seen people go to the outskirts of Horizontal Test Workshop. That's where
I'm doing good,
Forever
Purple.
took it just in our prior map. But we are going back to Old Reliable.
Yeah, Old Faithful. I mean, they had control of Centrifuge for the most part. Now, we do see that Team Liquid is below them, so there'll be a fight in the stairs here in a second. But they came from Centrifuge area, and so they returned to it. This is pretty classic. This is probably, I don't know, let's put it at 60% of the games we play on Space City. This is the decoding station, maybe a bit higher than that.
Yeah, I'll put it a bit higher. Not too much, but maybe 70, 72%.
Okay.
That's
I like
a fun
it.
number.
Yeah, I mean, this is usually where you're able to go for brick quite easily, and just Centrifuge, once you gain control of it, it's just super easy because you can just ult right back to it. But a lot of voice lines
You
happening
watch
right
player
now, so take a look at the
POV.
map.
Like, if you watch like
WK
Equal
Forever
Stream,
in
you
the
can
best
see his
position, now holding the
POV right
brick.
now.
Team Liquid will creep up these stairs here shortly. FX playing the low side on Buoyancy. And Leviathan are going to come get control probably of mid-map in a second and work their way over their shipping containers to be able to play for this. Like I said before, Nightmare is not worried about this because they know 2 other teams could get the brick, win, and they still get second. However, if WK Forever get this brick, it's a little bit different story.
I just don't feel comfy leaving it to that chance because we saw how big of a game Team Liquid had in our prior match, but hey, you never know. We'll seize the brick accordingly, and FX looking to get aggro does not have a Tempest. You see Marino get caught out and Finned right there. So WK Forever now stacking the numbers back into their favor.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think
Nightmare gonna end it. They still have it. That's why they kept the Tempest.
But gets cut down and punished for it. He did get the steal, which is nice. Leviathan, D-Wolf, Exoskeleton popped. He is running as fast as he can to get over here while Team Liquid takes a ton of utility down below. So they're not going to push up these stairs yet. Leviathan get the steal and they back way off. This is pretty classic. Usually you do this as a Tempest. It's kind of funny just to see
Panda for Pro League.
hoof it.
Panda gonna get everyone auto banned so that no one else is on that.
I do love to see that.
He's like, how am I getting shot from this angle? I got double headshotted. Reported for other.
I think Leviathan's worried actually about getting shot in the back and giving up this kind of eastern side. They're not in control. I mean, they're control of the decoding station technically, but they're not really doing anything to cover it right now. They're kind of relying on the chaos.
I don't know. FX and
timer.
WKF are very
comes
slow
WK Forever.
playing
Again,
teams.
the only other team
Like
with a tempest aside
moderately
from that.
fast playing teams like Team
We
Liquid,
did see it
FaZe, and
change hands quite a
LeviaCon.
bit on our
I
prior map, and it's starting to
bet
do so
Nightmare's trying
already.
the
2
most
minutes, 30
aggressive.
seconds
But there's
on
no
the
reason for
clock.
them to be the most aggressive, you know?
Back
So,
in it, baby. WK Forever could really shake some things up with just at the squad points. They have 18 of them. FaZe at 16 and Team Liquid at 21 as it currently runs. I will say that Nightmare has rotated out of the north and FaZe has dropped down a bit to the east.
Yeah, take a look at your minimap. You see, we saw very briefly that gray too. They're actually going to work their way up a ramp here in just a second. So watch out for Nightmare. Again, with a Tempest, makes sense that they're showing up a little bit late in this one. Going to be going for some steals as well. This fight has been going on for a while. WK Forever started it. Team Liquid been playing low side since the beginning of the game. The stairs battle is one that will take a lifetime to resolve unless somebody just goes for broke or makes the first mistake.
Very interesting. Plus, you don't, even if that ult comes off cooldown, you don't really want to use it on the stairway. That is for solely the Mandel brick at that point in time. And a minute 20 on the clock for WK Forever, biding their time. That decode will go to 2 minutes once it changes hands, if it changes hands.
Team Liquid in full gold, basically. When we saw as we quick swapped over, so expensive gear drop for teammates. 60 seconds. Recam shows us that Leviathan's getting back into the action again. Throwing some triple blasters over the top denotes that nobody's actually playing ramp, and I think they're trying to land it in the doorway of Centrifuge to make sure they don't get shot. Bunch of utility's gonna land nearly square on his forehead, but maybe not as direct as they would have liked. Gets out of there. Exoskeleton
okay,
going
good
crazy. And Widow's
pick.
covering fire actually connects for a full kill.
know that.
That is
Not
so unfortunate there
already?
for WK Forever. Nightmare looks
Okay.
to find
Nightmare
some
peekaboo.
information via the Tempest ult, yeets back with equal, and slowly starts to creep on up. FaZe, who have worked their way around, are likely gonna rotate in behind. Now, mind you, they need kills. They need squad points.
100%. I like that play from Equal. Burns the Tempest ult pretty early to get that intel, knowing they can now take ramp. He also should get this. Oh, it's actually going to be pretty close, but he should get it back right in the nick of time based on timer. But he actually clears, looks through, and goes, okay, everybody is waiting on their cooldown. I'm just going to walk up and take it. I don't need to wait on cooldown when WK Forever is down a player. So Nightmare now in control. Nightmare on win condition. Nightmare now on minimum timer as well.
Team Liquid had a perfect end to push that.
Goes to 90 seconds, and if I'm FaZe, I gotta get a move.
Deathwing,
You
you're
cannot
freaking
rely
his toe
on
is
somebody else to do
sticking
the dirty
out.
work when you're technically in third place.
And that would be one of the biggest heartbreaks. Now, mind you, if you lose out here today and you're not inside the top 2, you are relegated to Survivor
About taking
Match
a
Day 2
drink
tomorrow.
when
You
he's
still have another
freaking
chance.
he's like
Would you question
walking
the fact that
in.
you are so close to locking in your top 2 right now?
Yeah, if you have a mana brick, you gotta play for the brick. Simple mathematics, folks. Technically could see second exchange hands after
I think
a brick is taken.
what
whoever
happens
hits
if
first.
Nightmare finishes this,
map
they
is still
guarantee
important to be
first, of
played.
course. And but
plays,
then Team
warning
Liquid
shots for
need to hunt
Leviathan.
down
Yeah, don't
FaZe.
peek again. You don't have a lot of Tempest on this map, so they know they don't have to
Here,
technically
here,
just
here.
sit on the decoding station to prevent those steals. 25 seconds and counting. A lot of util landing. Equal plays desperately. You put it down these flames so that I can hear
You have to
myself
play the,
think.
you have to
There
play
it
the,
is.
play
Here
the
comes
thing,
Team
play the
Liquid from down
thing.
below. They come charging the stairs. WK Forever is back as a full team of 3 as well. So
Yes, good
inside
ult.
Centrifuge. We're on the outside. Leviathan gonna have to
Sit
get
on the
aggressive. So
break.
out in the open we go.
No,
Equal
no.
plays goes down. I think popped ult. Lucas on the point takes a ton of util. 2 seconds on the clock. Can
Yes.
anybody get it? Nightmare.
Wait.
He lives.
It's stolen.
No.
Leviathan, in
Zero
the nick of time,
seconds.
have uncovered
0
themselves
seconds
a
on the
Mandel
break.
brick decode.
The kill feed looking like a newspaper, reading like one as well. A coloring book even. Everybody getting killed.
Okay,
Leviathan,
good
They
take,
might have
Dev.
gotten the steal, but unfortunately they get wiped. Timer paused. FaZe is showing up to the party. Who's even left on the board? WK Forever lost their engagement inside. Team Liquid a duo. FaZe, a full team of 3, now in control of ramp. Could FaZe clutch up and win here?
They need to. They need to. I said they were worried about squad points. But if Team Liquid is resetting, we get the res on Amendo. We're back to a team of 3. The only 2 teams of 3 on the board are FaZe.
Okay, Team Liquid beat FaZe here.
And as
They're
we
in
inch closer,
position.
throw down a smoke. FaZe on the decode.
0 seconds. We need Team Liquid to finish this. If Team Liquid finish this game, then our 2 teams still make it.
Too much util lands square on your forehead.
Oh, we need FX. Team Liquid or FX or Nightmare. So everyone against FaZe pretty much.
White literally sneaks that one in, and Leviathan
FX is just happy to be here. there's crap walking all the way in.
Ends up with the brick because of their heroics, so they can at least keep playing.
50
but it's not looking like
seconds.
that's going to be the case.
I think that's the crazy part of
Where
it,
the
right?
heck is
There's
FX?
like
I don't even see them.
99% chance that it
Oh,
ends
they're
here.
in the middle.
FX still has
FX
two,
don't
it's
have
still possible,
a.
but unlikely. Team Liquid is a full team of 3.
FX doesn't have like a
but only 30
good
seconds on the
thing.
clock. FaZe, full team of 3 in control of ramp. Here comes the peak, centrifuge. Team
30
Liquid
seconds.
have control of this building, but they got to get outside. They've got to go for the brick, and boy,
Is it gonna be able to get
do they know
this?
Geogod's here? Yes, they do. Absolutely.
Okay, good pick, Aaron.
Boy, with a big play, but here comes FX.
No,
Oh,
FX.
Spoiler, are they ruining their own lobby by wiping Team Liquid? Team Liquid not able to go for the steal. FaZe is going to get this brick. It's because of FX. They're trying to make a big play, but they might be hurting themselves.
Let them in, let them
Team
in.
Liquid 2, hot sick. Last alive, Mendo's going to jump in. He goes in.
He
but
got
no,
the
it's
take.
the Allure
That's
rocket from FaZe. FaZe
crazy.
clutch up when they need it most.
Oh my goodness. FX is low. FX actually ruined the lobby. Okay, but Nightmare still made it a second. Team Liquid is so
At
unlucky.
the course of events that have occurred over the last 40 seconds, Gauche. And FaZe, you know they are celebrating.
They couldn't get out of that building.
Unreal. Sometimes it pays to be late. They roll in last. Take a look back on this replay. Mendo, look how close he was. Triple blasters come flying through. I mean, he needed, what, 0.6 seconds, I think it said, left to go for that steal. Could not quite get there. FaZe are able to clutch up. And the Allure rocket is actually what that was towards the end there. Comes in, splits, and takes him down. Wow, what a
Yeah,
moment for
that's
FaZe.
so unlucky.
That actually hurts seeing the replay, run it back, and Mendo just being stuck there with time ticking and not
But there's
able
nothing
to
he could
withstand.
do.
And the coordinated pushes.
They would have
that
needed to
happen
push
after,
out faster
FX
after they got the
trying
pick.
to be
FX
that
a low
2%
key.
difference that gives us the next
FX
Game
low
7
key ruining
series
the
of our
video
day.
game.
But what a joy. Here comes Deathwing, though. Oh, hey,
I mean,
guys. Oh, hey, friends.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, you're mine.
He goes down. That's actually... he doesn't know that it doesn't matter. Could have actually been a pretty bad death there. If Team Liquid was still somehow on the map, there was technically still a tiebreaker between Nightmare and Team Liquid, but we all know, audience, casters, and now players, as they watch it back on their delay and hear our voices, that they have made it. Let's listen in.
Campeão saiu, campeão saiu, campeão saiu.
Não,
Não
tá
ia sair,
verde?
jogão. Tá
Saiu,
vindo
saiu.
lá, ó, os helicópteros.
Vamos, pô! Vamos, let's go! Bye, bye! Bye, bye, guys!
Vamos! Well done, FaZe. They're going to give us a salute as they wrap this lobby and get out via the Champions Extract.
And the celebrations, all knowing that with that ticket to finals comes a minimum of $10,000 that you can play for and a $60K first place prize on that Sunday finals. And you don't have to run the gauntlet of Survivor Batch Day 2.
Man, how rich, how sweet is it that we've been saying all day today, take the game into your own hands, do it yourself. And FX, they go to do it themselves. And the timing of them trying to take the brick at the exact same time as Team Liquid in the final couple seconds means that neither of them are able to get the brick, and it gives FaZe the win. And not only does it give the FaZe the win, but it ensures that both of those two teams lose. The irony. That's the way this format plays. Team Liquid may have a brick.
Like, if Menda didn't kill that team, like, if Menda didn't kill a team, that guy would have gotten the brick. And I would have won game 7.
They finally get the brick. They find a ton of kills.
That's so unlucky.
For a moment that Team Liquid's gonna walk away with it. But FaZe show up at the very last moment to clinch their ticket to finals.
Wow. Fun one to watch. And it looks like one member of FaZe, Mr. GeoGod, he got a little angsty. He wanted to get out of here. The other two, though, a little bit of BM, showing some love to the org by putting the bullets in the wall, giving us the big F for FaZe, putting some sprays up. But they'll take their champion's extraction and get out of Dodge as they have won the map. And the fires denote the champions. FaZe, congratulations. A big win. Take the game into your own hands. Pick up 2 bricks and walk your way to championship Sunday.
Okay, so Team Liquid need to win tomorrow.
Representation of where they've come
So
from.
right now it's Evil Genius, SSG, Nightmare, FaZe. So then we need Team Liquid and one more rap team. And then we win tomorrow. Okay.
Look, I think
Team
that's why
Liquid's
Mr.
got
Giga
this.
took the early extract. Because he wasn't wearing the scarf or the sunglasses. Now he is. He literally probably ran off, got those, and was like, let's celebrate, baby. Let's celebrate FaZe.
I love it. 6.6 mil in total as they take the champion's extraction. 4 kills throughout the course of that map. Came at the right time. 700 plus damage after they put down a ton of fire against their opponents. And they're finding their way to be the best team as they pick up their second brick. Team Liquid actually had a pretty good game going. They wiped WK forever and Centrifuge. They're in position to go for the brick. But FX peek out and they fight at the exact same time. When they both needed to go for the steal, they stop each other. Wild stuff there. Hodsick put up 3. Usually the assist guy finds his way to being the top fragger for the team. DW's Nightmare finds his way to top damage dealer in the lobby at over 500. Nice play from him. Really fun engagements there. Man, heart rates must have been pumping towards the very end of that one. Team Liquid's Boy, the most assists. But unfortunately, Team Liquid, albeit their stats look pretty good in the last couple of maps, they will not be going to finals. Not yet. Got to play again tomorrow.
But on the low, at least Team Liquid know they have what it takes to get inside the top 2. They do have another day to do it tomorrow, but of course, the top asset earners will all be FaZe, thanks to that a nice little all extraction they got towards the end. But Mr. Dio God,
my prediction for tomorrow is going to be WKF and Team Liquid.
Congratulations, FaZe, yet again.
Wow, what a day. Survivor Stage 1. But of course, we got to talk to the victors. We've got FaZe joining us in the booth. I believe it's El Snows. Let's bring him in. Let's see what it is. No,
Hello,
Mr. Is it Snows? Is it Dio
It
God?
is. No, Dio God. They got this is El Snows. There we go.
There it is. Snows. Congratulations, man. How does it feel to make finals? You did it.
Yeah. How do I tell you?
Video game. Alright. Time for funny game. Ah, time to ruin more randoms. I was just playing, and I show up. Funny Suniva, cause all of them. Okay, Miniature. Aquí venía. No, Winnie never wants to play with us.
Begin your first operation. Command will keep eyes on it. It might be worth for me to run a bigger thing. Run it later. Oh, Diff, everything is set up. That is bro using the car 15? What is that? I don't know what gun that is. Is Val? I think that's is Val. I think that's is Val. Open them. Because Winnie doesn't want to play with us. Yeah. I killed 6 people in that one co-ed toy today, but this god.
I'm here.
And I was a for fun gamer though. I don't blame them. I don't blame for fun gamers. I do blame if you have over 200 hours and then we had a problem, you know?
For fun gamers I do not play. It's not even level 60 yet.
Find high-value items and extract. Keep the following.
Now we got an upper spawn. Real lobby. About time. Nope.
Let me take point.
Maybe. Or they went sub, because there's a big safe in sub. No. I want to go inside. I'm Saniva. Just gaming? Okay, bye small guy. That.
Don't resist.
I got one! That's okay. I got one. The other guy stuck me. Nice.
Come this way.
Last one's inside.
Now that's good conduct. Got them.
Reload! It was high. He's in the room, I think.
One moment. Reloading.
Cause he dropped down on my kill cam. Is he upper? He might be upper. I back up. And dude. Let's that be high, yeah. Who do you want as a third? And no one is on. No one is on as a third. Damn. Yeah, Winnie volunteered to be our third. Look at that. Did you see that? I tanked the first nade. And I found some new tech. I thought I would be dead after the first one, but I lived. Cause I put it on my back. I lived and like flipped the shield. So like the shield still protected my back. But that's insane tech. I am meta. I am like not kidding. That is an insane tag. Is there any other treasure maps? I have not. You're laughing at me, but I just learned something like insanely new. I told you he was a bow. You still grab the body. No, I said above.
No one gets to us.
Cause Winnie doesn't want to play with us, I told you.
We're landing. Let's review the objectives. Keep them in mind. Complete the mission for rewards. Find high-value items and extract. Keep the following in mind. Shoot, loot, and time to scoop.
Alert me if there's any danger.
Let's go here.
They got me here. I promise.
Cancelled.
Winnie, hey, Yuki? Yeah, nothing new.
I fucking told you, bruv! I told you! You didn't listen to me! I told.
This guy thought he could play Saniva against me. You are not good enough to play Saniva like that, big boy. And you dare challenge me?
Are you going to win?
Yeah, that's why you check it, and then I take the building. So if no one's there, we still have building credit. We thought we'd know this.
Tell you, 100% they going to be there, and you still going. I know these things.
You're like, I hear them, and then you're like, oh, it's a bot. You do it every time. Every single time.
At least I don't tell. Oh, they're here. They.
Time to move
I shield. Shielding. Oh, that's Saeed.
I'm...
My eyes on you. Stay calm. I'm here to help.
I don't have help, bro.
Why are you in the door?
I don't have help.
You're in the door. You're gonna die. Why are you not crawling? Okay.
I'm getting cold. Buy me time. Buy me.
I'm trying. There should be mapping computer.
What? I see nothing. Computer close. Are you sure it's a guy?
Running on the bridge? No, not sure, not sure. But the guy threw a smoke conveniently when I went to push him. So, I don't know.
nobody there.
Dumb.
Unless there's a rope team. You're lucky I have a helmet swap. Hit a bot.
That. What kind of using?
What the bot looking at? Kick!
What kind of using? That.
Yes, foul! Kick!
Yeah. I'm overweight. Nice. Good pick. Finished. No shield. I try and grab the body. Grabbing the body, I can hook it.
They come.
No shield still.
Above.
I close the door. I'm folding the kick door.
I'm looking for toes. Kick!
Don't resist.
I got him! Oh, I got stunned!
Why are you on the ground?
That bit. I got stunned.
What are you laying around for?
I've got a shot crates, be careful.
This is yours. Do you do my body over here? Oh, I'm.
I John?
My body. You did.
No, I didn't. He didn't have anything. I didn't take anything. I didn't take anything. It's like, well, how do you remember what gun was in there?
Huh? You missing his
He
main
didn't. I don't have a weapon there. That was his main weapon.
The second slot. Look,
That's what I'm saying. Why is this gun?
Oh,
You're right.
Weapon. You took it.
Yeah, good. He dropped it somewhere. For sure, this guy dropped it somewhere.
Like he dropped his pocket, yeah.
Take these.
I've broken one ton here.
Yeah, that's mine. Take it.
Take a look at this.
Paper tread. I repair this one. I'll repair this one.
Reloading. Cover me.
He come. Hey, you went to polar.
I think above us. Nah, there's a team above us. Because there's shots construction.
I tried to tell you, but...
Ah, shoot. He's on the bridge.
Yeah.
It's not PG, man. And push the bridge. Yeah. Fucking bridge.
Push! He's there! Maybe balcony?
Running. He's running. Go on.
Way to go. That's the one. There's two more.
Real play though.
Yeah. Reloading. Nothing bridge. Inside on. teammating safe? I don't know his teammate. They must have left. Did he box?
No. Still here. Ah, he box now. He came from construction though. Hang on, I hear you saw my shield. As your nade. I literally saw you throw it. I saw you throw that nade.
What you mean? Okay, we pull and leave.
Reloading.
Are you eating?
Yeah, my sister brought me ice cream.
You just took the biggest bite, bro.
Because I'm eating the cone.
Small.
Stay behind me.
What kind of ice cream? Pistachio.
Like a haggle pull. Either you're killed by a wall breaker?
You mean the one that you... Yes. Wait, wall breaker's gone. Somebody took it.
No, a wall breaker was never open. It's like the gate was always open.
Oh, you call wall breaker, so I thought that there was.
No, like it normally is.
You know it's bad when Saeed is the biggest challenge.
And get
Ooh, I
Bumblebee.
got a cut. That first team wasn't bots though.
That's true. That's true. It's like a half ball lobby, maybe. I don't know.
So my guy has 600 KK4.
Yeah, my guy also had 400 KK boy. So
I'm checking.
yeah,
Paul,
rich.
you do great. Okay.
Yeah.
I pulled a cutter. I rarely get those.
Like the red one?
Yeah, that 1x1 ultrasonic.
Yeah, that's a good one. Those are usually at prison.
Really? Time to go to prison.
That's how I just opened the door.
I heard something.
There's a bot. Oh, it's so scary. And bro opened the door like the moment I freaking turned around. Two minutes.
Ooh. You want a gold bar, Yuko?
No, I am full. I'm at 1.2.
Okay, we're just denying my gifts. Extra
2
for
by
your
3.
birthday. It's a cement bag, I bet you.
It was a cement bag. Mr. Boo.
You need help?
Thought it was a player. Now it's a bot.
Bro, what is that aim?
As I found a off take. Some guy had a 2x scope. As I threw it on my head, on my ST's eye.
50-second.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm not gonna loot up her.
You want gold bar?
No, I'm full. 1.3.
I'm 1.8. You want the 1x1? Bro,
No,
drop
no,
your
I'm full.
gunpowder.
No,
What do you
no,
mean
I
you're
have that
full?
one.
I have that one.
Gunpowder.
God, I need gunpowder. Gunpowder is so useful. I use it to craft my my M7 ammo. Except we never play normals anymore. So
You take the gold barb.
no.
Yeah, we need a third,
10
bro.
seconds left. Be ready to go.
10 seconds, Yuko.
No more hiding.
Oh, you're gonna.
The extra basket. Welcome back.
Chocolate vanilla swirl.
Hey, you just bring that home, isn't it melty?
Yeah, that's why she put it in a cup. That's why I ate the cone first. She like bought the ice cream and then she inverted it into a cup. So the cone is sticking out. So I ate the cone first.
Oh, I see.
Take a look around. Top of the line equipment, the best training facilities, comfortable barracks. We may be far from home, but we've got everything we need right here.
Yummy, yummy.
Keep your barracks organized. Inspections will be conducted regularly. Anyone need a cup of joe?
Yeah, you get your armor back.
I tried to give you red. I'm letting my soccer ball expire, by the way.
That's crazy. Crazy thing to say to someone who doesn't even have one yet. I'm reporting you.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't sign it.
It's signed!
Don't believe you. This guy use a kiss. You know, that was Karma the first raid. I emoted on that guy, and then I died. Still no third, by the way.
Yeah, cause Winnie's our third. Hello Mac, how are you? Raids are good.
No one gets through us.
We're landing. Let's review the objectives. Keep them in mind. Complete the mission for rewards. Find high-value items and extract.
That actually makes me so happy. If they stick your shield and you flip it on your back, you get the back protection shield and the shield protection. So you can survive a Snowbyron sticky. That is like insane tech. I'm gonna tell my Saliva friends about it.
Behind us, behind us.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't visiting. It's probably a bad team. My dumping.
Another beating.
Yeah, try. We have an admin spawn. Give me my blue coin. A double coin.
Construction. Maybe that's cement.
That's cement. That's really fine. Ooh, a wine cup in the clothing.
Big lobby, big lobby. Oi. They're leaving sub, pushing in. You want?
Yeah, I hear them. Shooting. Maybe bots.
I'm nowhere near.
Oh no, they shot the glass. Real maybe.
Nowhere near, nowhere near.
I missed.
Go up!
That are bots.
That guy wasn't. Yeah, he SR9 full blue.
Nade!
This guy was
Oh my goodness.
but
The heck, I threw a perfect nade on me. Okay. It's not a bot. Alaska is not a bot, I think.
he built like a bot though.
He has a purple, a 60 rag bag on a freaking. Hey, take that! So take that bag!
No, that's yours. That's
I didn't even hit him! I didn't even hit him! I just stood there! Did you freaking just. He just died.
yeah, that's
That nag is so buddy.
that is ridiculous big. me loot, get ready.
60 rounds of white ammo. That was too funny.
But the other guy had a time 8 on his SR9.
Reloading. Cover me.
Push, push.
Ah, I got gold from the ground thing.
Yeah, you loot down here? It's looted.
Yeah, knows me.
You left the lockers.
But yeah, I know I still heard them. Waiting for shield and then I'll cross.
Oh. I'm already over. There's a dead bot!
That's okay. We didn't come here, right? Be careful.
Stay in formation.
Let me don't remember. The bot running around aggro.
Definitely someone routing them. I don't think we killed that bot. I definitely did not kill that bot.
No, not me. Pulling.
Yeah, I didn't go that side.
Never mind him. I won't pull up.
The glass is unbroken. Door closed. I'm checking in the bathroom
I heard
glass.
jumping. Not about it. Oh,
Jumping though? Where?
I thought I heard jumping, but it was the metal.
Oh. Yeah, we can pull. We got a bot lobby.
That's looted.
Yeah, by you.
No.
You okay? It's
Go! Look!
bad.
I found treasure.
I what? I ping it again. I can't see it.
No, no, it's not active. You have to look at it.
Wow. Oh, it's for their quest.
I didn't pick my map.
Has anyone found the Ace Staff Trophy? I don't know what that is.
Be cautious. The elevator in Zero Dam is activated. You can extract from there now.
Here, take this.
You want your Timmy helmet? Hey!
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Nice try, buddy. Stick it.
Hey, you closed the door.
There, get closed.
Oh wait, Yuko, there's a wall breaker. You want to do?
Oh yeah, we can do it. I'll pull it. And when we pull, you do Chris first. You do Chris first. And then I'll do that and pull.
Okay, okay.
And there's a lot of golds for this easier.
Yeah, yeah. That might attract
That's
players.
worth checking.
Shooting, shooting.
That's
Shooting at
fine.
you.
No, at you. He shot it like directly at you. I'll wait for my shield before I go out there.
You want from me to scan?
Yeah.
Let's see where they are.
I just shoot the rocketee. Why are you guys shooting it then?
Now we get
Guess he shoots someone else.
clear the garrison and seize the air defense facility.
It's Casey.
Connected to the air defense network.
Evaded.
Missile activated. Time for them to suffer the consequences. Missile launch successful. The dam gate has been destroyed. Use the drill to breach the vault.
We repolling.
Yeah.
Huh?
Very nice. It might be worth swiping. I might swipe first.
I don't
Ah, a lot of
Elevator at
golds.
Zero dam is negative. Find another way out.
What? 1, 2. I have 4 golds. He has found an explosive.
I found 2 golds myself.
One shots and sub.
No card box. Yeah, it's probably a box. It must be in the building, Yuko. You want me to put drill on?
Yeah, you can do it. I'm gonna pull the switch. I got 2 blues.
You get anything?
Nah, I got 2 golds. 2 golds. 3 golds. It's not bad. I think I broke even on the swipe. I broke even on the swipe.
Yuko, I'm dropping the drill on.
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Yeah, go. I wanna pull the switch.
Drill activated. A Sara guard is coming. Hold your ground.
One by one replica of the invitational. Oh, very nice.
You can extract from there now. The door is open. Crack as many safes as you can.
Come on, Yuko.
Yeah, you got that.
Watch out. A Sara guard has arrived.
Ooh, I got a Joker card. I have the Joker though. Do you need it?
Yeah, I gave you mine.
Okay, is this the gold one? Then you gave me a red one.
Oh yeah, I don't need the gold.
Okay.
Bada boom. That's not purple.
Nice work. Get out now.
Not very worth. 1 minute. Oh, check
Damn.
the thing. Anafi taught me how to check their thing because you didn't. You press 9.
Check the what?
The shield bearer. You press 9 on it to look in their compartment.
I reported. I told you that like 10 times. It's the whole reason why, like, why are you so slow? You're always behind me. And I told you why. And then you just don't listen to me.
Bird is 30 seconds out.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Nafi that told me press 9. Ah, you bonked it on my head.
Yeah. You bumped.
10 seconds left. Be ready to go. The exit basket. Welcome back.
There's new reds. Okay, you gotta go bed.
Yeah, I have to wake up super early tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep like... I'm gonna spend so much money tomorrow. And that bank is gonna deny payments. That's gonna be so bad.
To show us.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a lot tomorrow. Just tomorrow. No, I showed you the Mew.
Not everybody.
I did. I'm mopping her off. Winky games.
You hate me.
I don't. You know who hates us? Winnie. I got... Let's see. Do I want to write someone today?
Movie night, movie night, movie night, movie night.
Not today.
Oh!
Movie night Sunday. Yeah, movie night Sunday. Yeah, I don't think I see anyone. Adelia. Goodbye, friends. I had Amir? I read at Amir. Earlier. That's fun. I'm logging off. Good night, friends.